She could run
Hey
my
everyone, welcome to episode 38 of the Just Us Guys podcast. Just getting it out front, we're doing this a little different. We're actually live streaming this episode over on YouTube on the Rocky Mountain Forest Products YouTube page. So if you would like, come check that out next week and interact with us. Drop any questions you would like. Tell us we're wrong. Do whatever you really please. I mean, it's going to be an open format thing. We're still going to have the topics we're going to talk about. But for the most part, yeah, we're just going to mix it up and do it this way because, hey, this could be pretty fun. I think we all agree on that. So,
Yep.
As usual, I would say, boys, how was the weekend? But we pretty much spent the entire weekend together watching the Ryder Cup.
As much as you could spend it for being 1,000 miles away, we literally spent it together.
Yeah, I quite literally don't think there. I think the only time I wasn't at least having one of you three in my headset or in my ears when I was sleeping, and at that time I was still thinking about Evan. So I mean, it is what it is.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I was we were getting up at 6, 7, 8, 9 every morning, and we were watching the Ryder Cup, talking about it the whole time. I moved on to college football, the NFL, and Evan and I watched UFC together. Yep. So yeah, no, it was a fun-filled weekend of sports that we all just kind of,
It's about 16 hours each day.
I would say I would say it was probably the most fun I've had in a long time when it came to just sitting in a chair doing nothing.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely different. I know that.
Yep. In a long time.
It carried over into last night's Monday Night Football game too, so we did it again, which is always fun.
It did. It's all right, Kate. I don't know if you've seen any of the hot takes from Jalen Hurts playing last night, but we'll get there.
Yeah, he had some good ones.
We'll get there.
Who had hot takes?
Jalen Hurts.
No, just Jalen Hurts hot takes. They were plentiful today, but I don't know if you paid attention at all. But
I tried to avoid Philly media by all costs.
Oh, not Philly media, national media, bud.
Oh, great.
Collinsworth, or not Collinsworth. I'm sorry,
Colin.
Coward.
Yeah,
Coward. Buried him today on his show.
Man.
Bro,
he's so reasonable. He does reasonable
big time.
Do people not understand that this is only his 7th game he's played as a starter? And not only that, but you're gonna bury him, but then we'll give I don't know, who's someone who struggled.
Jets quarterback?
Any of the rookie quarterbacks that we're gonna talk about today have been awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But we'll get to that. We got a couple.
We'll get there. Yeah. So Callie, you want to just hop in with your question and we'll go from there?
Yeah, we got a little Cal's corner action. No?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it popping. This one is, I don't know. I guess probably depending on how you guys want to answer it, because it's completely kind of random, but probably the most PG one I've came up with, to be honest.
All right.
You know how the saying, money doesn't grow on trees, okay?
Yeah.
Anything. If you could wish to have anything grow on trees, what would it be?
Like my own personal tree, say in my backyard.
Yes, anything.
I mean, I feel like money is a cop-out answer. But...
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, it could be anything.
I got mine right off the bat.
All right, what is it?
The newest golf club every year.
Okay.
Just one golf club.
The newest, the new driver.
Every brand.
Every brand. It's a tree that you can walk up and choose any golf club you want. That's new, not that's old and stuff. Every year it resets and something new. That would hit me. That would hit me really well.
Let's see.
I would have so many putter changes it'd be disgusting.
There's a number of things.
And the claw would just be out of this world.
I mean,
V-Bucks.
What'd he say?
He said V-Bucks.
Oh my god.
One thing I could say though is you get V-Bucks, you can go sell them.
Yeah,
dude. What about a Bitcoin?
Well, I mean, but Bitcoin exists on.
I know it's a virtual. Technically, it's not an actual physical, so it can't really.
At the same time,
grow.
That could literally just be out of the way in 2 years, and then you have to have a tree of Bitcoin doing nothing now.
You gotta wait for it, and hopefully it comes back.
I don't know. I'd probably go with
it's hard not to say money. It's hard not to say
You can't say money. That's so original.
Money's a cop-out.
Yeah, that's too easy. It's gotta be something else. Ooh, Xbox controllers is a good one for me, too.
Well, I would definitely smash them, but also, probably booze.
Yeah, it's
just because
beer.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have
Steaks.
to, it would be difficult, and you'd probably waste a lot.
Ooh, I got mine.
But I think booze, just because, like, if going off of what Kate said, where it just grows a bunch of different things. Yeah, why not? I mean, I could try, like, have it be seasonal and stuff, like, get some nice amber lagers in the fall.
Yep. And, like, every year it resets, so, like, if
nice
Bush comes out with a
shandy.
new latte, you know what I mean? You can get
Yeah.
that.
I think I'd go with that. Like, get a nice Leinenkugel out there in the middle of summer. Yeah, I'll go with booze.
Leinenkugel. Love it.
Dev, what do you got?
Since I can't choose money, because it definitely would be my first choice.
It's like everyone would choose that.
I'm gonna choose the world's finest, smoothest
Cigar.
Cuban cigar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one for
when
you,
I thought
Rev.
about the question, I knew Evan was going to say cigars. Like, he was just like the best cigar in the world. You know.
Hey,
Me personally, I want it random. Every day, something different. It could be a giraffe. It could be, a
giraffe?
It could
A
be
giraffe grows in a tree.
Yeah, it could be anything. I want it to
It's a
be
big
completely
tree.
random every single day, to be just something different that I gotta, it could be a pot of gold. It could be, no. Like, I think it'd be fun just to like walk outside. All right, what have we got out of the tree today? You got like a chupacabra coming off the thing or something.
A chupacabra, even. I mean, to be fair, that one would make you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like Bigfoot. He's got Bigfoot like standing on a tree limb.
Well, just the attraction to be like, oh yeah, people would come in to see the day of every single day of what's randomly going to come out of this tree.
That's not a bad thing. I just think that it could get really weird.
It could be Rachel Bush. We don't know.
Fair.
Listen,
fair.
If the odds are there, I'm choosing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I can't even argue that.
No, I'm definitely going golf club though, just because like I love the tinker and I love stuff like that.
Well, and on top of it, I mean, you could really just sell them, then get your own simulator,
and I could give them to you guys. Like, I mean, shit, it'd be great to have your own demo truck growing on a tree.
Fair enough. I don't hate Evan's cigar one either.
That's a good one, Ev.
I would want it to be a bunch of random ones, because like, yeah, if I
That's
get a
what
shitty,
I'm saying.
Yeah, I would want
you
to.
don't want the same one over and over.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll settle for that for sure.
Yeah,
but the thing is though, is like Evan.
Put it out.
Evan can always box them and give them away, and he
Like
it's not
Evan,
like he isn't
like
buying
every
cigars now. He can go
month-
buy a different flavor and be
every
into one
month
for a little
comes
bit,
out,
and then
like every
always
month.
have Old Reliable to come back to.
Every month for a full month long, it comes from a different region in the world.
That'd be
Like
cool.
a cigar. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
bro.
cap, like cocaine, sell that,
Oh,
flip that.
cocaine.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
Hey,
It's all about the buzz.
got to
That
see
thing
it.
would get cut
said.
down so fast by the federal government.
Listen, got to see it through, my boy.
Yeah.
Got to see it through.
Got to see it through.
Got to see it
Unbelievable.
through.
All right. Well, with all of that being said, let's hop into the Mile High question from the guys over at Mile High. The afternoon drive from the guys. The Mile High question this week is: would the Broncos be 3-0 with Drew Lock as their starting quarterback through 3 weeks? Straightforward, yeah. My answer is absolutely yes. I think that Drew Lock at his worst, like the Giants game would have been the only question. But realistically, like, they're beating the Jaguars and they're beating the Jets with Drew Lock. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Again, the Broncos defense is allowing 8.4 points per game right now. It doesn't matter who the quarterback really is. You have to score a touchdown and a field goal to win these games, going off of what their defensive average is. So, yeah, I think that while Drew Lock is not significantly, he is worse than Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, I still think that Drew Lock, with what he showed a little bit last year, could absolutely beat those 3 teams.
Yeah,
I think that's. All 3 of us wanted to go.
No, I didn't say a word. I'm being patient.
I think that. I mean, I completely agree with Ty. I don't want to take anything away from Teddy. He's definitely had some good games. But yeah, they would get it done with Drew Lock for sure. And they've played, like we said, the bottom 3 teams in the power rankings while allowing 8 points a game. If you can't win a game with that, you shouldn't even be a backup. So
Agreed.
Yeah, I take nothing against them, and we'll talk about this later in the segment too, later in the podcast. But nothing against what the Broncos have done, but I think me at quarterback probably could have won those 3 games with the 3 teams that we're playing against, because the defense is just shutting them down, and a wet noodle could score. Could win those games because they're
All you have to do is hand the ball off.
Exactly. The 3 teams that they played. Now, granted, Denver has outscored their opponents by 10 plus each one of those games.
Yep.
One was by 26. So nothing to take away from them. But I don't think it matters who you had at quarterback. The only game I think would have been close would have been the Giants game.
No, and even then, I think it's literally a 50-50 toss-up for the Giants. Because Danny Jones and Drew Lock, I'll put Daniel Jones like this much further above him.
Yeah.
I personally think that it would be 3-0, but I think it'd be a lot tighter 3-0. Like, I don't think all 3 games would have been, like, technically, like, blowouts. You could say, they were over 2-score games in all 3 of them. Mm-hmm. So I would say that, yes, I think Drew Lock would be 3-0, but I think there'd be at least 2 tight games out of those 3. I think the Jags would have played them tighter, and I think the Giants would have played them tighter. Mm-hmm. That I also think that Teddy Bridgewater brings a lot more to a team than just like being a football player. Mm-hmm. And also, if Drew Lock would have been named the starter over Teddy, I feel like the locker room would have been a lot different. Like, the team's definitely more optimistic going into the season with Teddy Bridgewater as their quarterback than they would be as Drew Lock. I think for a few reasons. One, I think Drew Lock's just a better leader. Like, people want to play for Drew Lock. Bridgewater's a better leader. People want to play for him more than Drew Lock. They already seen what Drew Lock can do, and it's not win a lot of football games. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like one of those things where, like, Teddy Bridgewater carried like more momentum into the season. So I feel like if Drew Lock would have started, I feel like they would still be 3-0, but it would not be the same 3-0 as we saw so far.
No, and to Teddy's credit, he is first in a couple passing categories through 3 weeks, which props to him. Drew Lock wouldn't be. And there was a clip from the sidelines where after their first game when they beat the Giants, Von Miller actually went over to Teddy and said, "We haven't had leadership like this since 18. And is it a slight maybe exaggeration? Sure. But that still does speak to what Teddy brings to a locker room.
It's probably not, though, because like they probably rally behind Teddy Bridgewater more than Drew Lock.
Winning brings high praise. It just
it does. It does.
If they were losing and he was doing the same exact things and they were still losing football games, would he be getting the praise? No, he wouldn't be. So
no,
that's the thing.
No, I just think that
you win games, you're gonna have people in the locker room behind you. It is what it is.
Again, this week is gonna be the Broncos' first real test, and if Drew was the starting quarterback, I mean, the Ravens would have opened as favorites. Because of how well Teddy is playing with the defense, we saw that the Broncos did open as favorites. The line has now shifted, but yeah, I mean, I just think that Teddy deserves the praise right now. This is the first real test, but yeah, I still believe Drew Lock wins those first 3 games against those teams.
Yep, correct.
But yeah, no, thanks for the question, guys. This is a good one, and we're going to touch on it later. As the Broncos, we've mentioned, are 3-0, and we're going to talk about the undefeated teams through 3 weeks later on. But yeah, no, thanks for the question, guys. Appreciate it. But, boys, it's the Ryder Cup time. It's Ryder Cup time.
What absolute smacking.
It was awesome.
I mean, literally, like, it was a level of porn. It was golf porn.
True.
It was golf porn. Like, they literally, like, did not, there was no, like, they literally, like, Stricker said on Saturday night, like, there was no rah-rah speech. There was no, hey, let's finish it out, guys. You know what's at stake. No, it was, like, straight business, cutthroat, wake up the next morning, get the job done, we party all night. Like, it was like, devastating. I think Europe was devastated on how bad they lost.
I would agree. I mean,
nobody thought that the USA was just going to blow them out.
But they should, though. Like, but this is the first. I said this when we were watching it. This is like the first time that USA team, who was obviously the more stacked team, like the last like decade, they've been more stacked every year, that they actually played to their potential. Like, this is the first time.
Well, I was going to say,
they should do this.
I think I don't know which one of you brought it up, but.
Tippy said "Go Bills." He put in the chat "Go Bills."
Love that. But I thought one of you guys said that all 12 of our golfers were inside of the top like 21.
13.
The average.
Top 13.
All 12.
All 12 were in the top 13. Only John Rahm was the only one Not like that excluded the top 12.
Our average world golf ranking was 8.9.
Yeah,
That was our average world
That's
golf ranking.
absolutely.
And that's
absurd.
only because Scotty Scheffler was 21.
Oh, Scotty was
That's it.
21.
Yeah,
Scotty was
that's-
21.
Oh,
why-
I thought he was 13th.
No, he was 21. Scotty
Harris
was
is
21.
13,
There was
I
only
think.
2 other people in the United States that were ahead of him that didn't play in it. It was Kevin Na and Patrick Reed. They were the 2 that are ahead of him. Kevin Kisner's 22 in the world, so he's like literally right underneath him.
Yeah, Scotty was. I mean, not only going to count about the Sunday singles because I think there was a couple reasons why John Rahm got his butt beat. I mean, he was playing his 5th match of the week,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Scotty was only
Scotty
playing.
had 5 birdies in
And-
6 holes.
Right, and Scotty only played 3. If we run that match back, Scotty loses.
No excuses.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean it was an absolute.
What a
it was
perfect partner
it was
for
a pleasure
Bryson,
to
though.
watch. I mean, first 3 rounds we were up 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and then we split the 4th session. So I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, it was
that's
straight dominance.
like Europe had chances. Like there were chances, like during the foursomes that they could have. They were leading like halfway through the day of the rounds, but we're like Colin and DJ. Like you're talking like the 2 and 3rd best player in the world as a duo is like that's not fair. They should never lose to anybody in the world ever. There should not be one person that
well, no,
beats them.
and those 2, I think both days at certain points in the round we're up 4 or 5.
DJ
a
for the
couple
weekend
holes.
for DJ all 5 rounds he played, he shot 19 under.
Yeah.
I thought it was 13.
No,
19.
that was after Saturday, Ty. And
Oh,
the guy tweeted it. He tweeted it yesterday.
The updated,
final.
okay.
Yeah, he shot 19 under and alternate
the most
shot
under-
2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not right.
Well,
You're telling-
and DJ coming into this, we all talked about last week. Like DJ hasn't been playing great golf, and then to
He
show
was
up
the
at the
biggest
Ryder Cup.
He, honest to me, was the biggest question mark on our team.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like Scotty Scheffler, I don't get like all those rookies. I don't give question marks because they're rookies. Like DJ last time in France, he was the world number 1, and he went 1-4.
Yeah.
As his record. So,
I would say the only rookie that you could really even I thought you could put a question mark on was Scotty, just because.
Scotty or Harris.
They were definitely the
Yeah,
last
Berger.
2 guys picked that you
Berger
could put a
too,
question
yeah,
mark on.
Berger was too.
Yeah, but I
Berger
mean,
scares me. When he hits a golf ball, he just scares me.
no, yeah, Berger can cold shank that thing at any moment. Any moment.
No,
But
He did, didn't he? He shanked it twice. We watched it.
Fleetwood still had the most famous shank. Put that thing right in the middle of Lake Michigan.
yeah.
What, the one that he
I must
that he
have
hooked a
missed
mile?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
the one
like,
Fleetwood hooked
he
left
puts on
he
a
hit it off.
hard.
He hit it off the hosel, and the face was so close that wasn't even. He
Dude.
just started walking.
The craziest thing that after looking at it and everything, Patrick Harrington did a really poor job of putting guys out there. Like he put Lee Westwood out there 4 times when he had Shane Lowry who played much better this weekend. Was one of the only guys who earned a point. Like there really wasn't many guys that even earned a point.
No.
Well, no, and that's what I
And
was.
he earned
I was
2.
gonna- I was
He
gonna
earned
bring
2
up
of them.
How outside of the last day, outside of Sunday, how dominant Rahm was for Europe because I mean, at one point he had
Rahm and
All-
Sergio.
all of their points.
Yeah,
except
Sergio
half.
played very well. Surprisingly, actually.
Well, I mean, he's the Ryder Cup goat. I mean, he
He is the Ryder Cup goat. But
He's also with Rahm, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
Which
but
helps.
those two
yeah, but
together,
dude,
the
like
way
he
they-
when he
but,
when he
going-
won both their
even
better
going
balls.
into- even going into even going into this Ryder Cup, he's his record was 18-8 and 3.
No, he was 22-8 in 3, but going into it. He's
Like,
now the
going
all-time
into it, so,
leading points
he's
getter.
still
Yeah,
just-
he's the all-time point getter now. I do
Yeah.
know that one.
Yeah,
see
he.
that.
Well, I mean, he did he won his first match with alternate shot. Obviously, Rahm helped him, but then he won his alternate shot the next day, and then better ball. So at some point we got to be hey man,
No, he played.
what
well.
I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way John Rahm won all 3 of those rounds on his own.
And played and had a really good match in his soul.
Who did he play? I
The
forget.
singles.
Bryson.
It was really good.
Bryson.
Sergio-
Bryson, yeah.
He played
Sergio
Bryson, yeah.
Yeah.
And he held his own. I mean, he did.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it was a good match. It was.
I was surprised at how well Bryson played.
No, and I mean, Bryson's big thing was he hit a ball
They used-
417 yards.
They used Bryson in the right way Steve Stricker did the right thing. You know,
Yep. Not an alternate shot player.
In the 4-ball, they did not have him in the foursomes. If you played in the foursomes, they would have lost a point. There's just no way around it.
Absolutely.
No.
There's not one person on the team that can play like him. Like Spieth can hit it sporadically and get out of weird places, but not like where some balls can go. It's just not.
Well, also Bryson, like the reason why he was good in the foursomes is because Scotty Scheffler is going to go out there and shoot 69.
Yeah,
he's going to shoot 3-4 under at best, and like that's going to be his round of golf. And that means that Bryson can just go absolutely nuts. Like he took that driver on 13, which he probably would never in a million years take a driver there during a major championship. He probably hits a wood.
No, he plays like everyone else. Hits it in, and then
yeah, exactly. But since he has Scotty Scheffler, who's 60 yards out on a par 4, who at worst is going to make par, he's like, I can just play as aggressive as I physically can, and that's what he did.
No, and I mean it worked. It worked on holes.
Well, Scotty Scheffler and Rahm, and Scotty Scheffler and Bryson tied Rahm and who did he play with in the first foursome?
Hatton.
Yeah,
that was the first four.
Yeah, the first foursome. I mean, that's a pretty good halve to go up against Rahm, and I mean, I know it takes 2 to beat Rahm right now.
Hatton stuffed one on 18 to win the
half
hole.
it. Yeah.
To have the match, yeah.
The only reason they halved it is because Hatton put it to 6 feet on 18, which is the hardest hole I've almost ever seen.
Yeah, that was tough. It's a tough hole.
With the wind, 18 was playing just stupid. But no, so another thing that I just want to touch on is I think we kind of hit it briefly, but all of the rookies, we had 6 rookies, I believe.
Yep.
Their mentality for this thing is different.
Yep.
It's something that's awesome, and if they keep it through, then Europe's going to be in trouble. Their whole mentality was go out there and win by as many as possible. I mean, Cantlay said it. Like he said it the best was no, we wanted to go out there and we wanted to get 20.
20, yeah.
Like we wanted to get 20.
Yep. And you know they're definitely with the age difference between the two teams, but like Europe still has like Hovland who's going to be good. Rahm's still young. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the next. Because when we go to Europe, it's going to be a different animal. It is.
Yeah, no, going to Rome in 2 years is going to be different for sure.
But at the same time, even you could see it in the two different press conferences. They both now Europe has a chip on their shoulder. They're not going to get embarrassed like this again next time. And at the same time, our boys are ready to fire again. It's ready to go.
We have a different generation of players going through right now.
Quite literally, the 2 press conferences were almost more enjoyable and more entertaining to watch than the entire weekend of golf. Like how determined and everything was for the European side when they were asking them questions about the week and stuff like that. And we're just counting down the days, 2 years from now. And then our guys were literally. You see some of these guys that are always so stone-faced, so to a T. They answer questions to the 9, and like they're always, they're PR legends. Were actually just didn't give a shit, and it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I was going to say because you never see any emotion from anyone.
Oh God, no.
No, look at DJ. I mean, DJ's a prime example. Like, look at DJ in that press conference.
We see it from Brooks and Bryson all the time.
Yeah, you saw crying on the Europe side.
Yeah,
and then you saw like. Smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
And DJ drunk off his ass. Like it was great.
Colin's double fisting in the press conference.
JT and Brooks in the background of that press conference were so trash. They looked like they were literally just waiting to get the hell out of there so they could keep going, and they were just there because they had.
They looked like 2 kids in high school making fun of the person up front.
There was a video. There was a video floating around that it looked like McElroy was partying with USA.
They all did.
They did. They always do. That's always happens.
Patrick Cantlay too. So.
No, they party with them after.
They always do. The Solheim Cup does the same thing because I remember like after Sunday I saw like videos of like no laying up where like they were at the party with the girls and they're all partying together.
We just couldn't go.
That's true. Yeah.
The one thing I'll say, and this is what USA said, which was complete BS, which I 100% agree with, that whenever the opposite Ryder Cup team loses, they usually stand and watch the ceremony, celebration, right? Yeah. This year, for some reason, Europe didn't. Like they were either like they all just dipped or like they didn't have to be. And I think it was Xander or Patrick Cantlay, either one of those two, literally said like, yeah, like this was great, and like everything was awesome.
No, it was someone. It was Jordan.
It was Jordan. Okay, so Jordan literally said
because
they
stood there and watched.
He goes.
It wasn't them. It was Finau. It was Tony.
Yes,
Finau.
Tony Finau.
It was
Finau.
Finau.
Finau literally said he goes. It was really shitty to have to stand in Paris at Le National and watch them absolutely blow us out and then celebrate in front of us. And they didn't do that this year. He's like, so for me, it's motivation for me to make the team, to make them watch us celebrate. Because they didn't watch us this time.
In their home country.
He goes, I want to make them watch us celebrate next time. For some reason they didn't do it this year. But I promise you, he goes, my biggest motivation is to watch them play. To watch us celebrate in their home countries.
Yeah, I think it was just like all locational because like the celebration was on 18's fairway this year.
It's usually on the green though.
Usually it's like on the clubhouse, like right like on the balcony of the clubhouses and stuff. Like how many times have you seen the videos of Miracle at Medina, them shaking, doing the champagne over the balconies, and Justin Leonard wearing those old, back in what was 1999 when they won it in or 97 or whatever. And those really ugly shirts. After
with all the pictures of the winning teams, it's the worst shirt in history.
Like them on the balcony and stuff like this. I don't think Whistling Straits had like a balcony for them to be able to do that.
I guess,
they had the right clubhouse to do that.
I guess, but either way, they like he was just saying like the motivate. Like I feel like this USA team is a lot different than like the ones past. Because like when we had Nat Kuchar and we had all those. They weren't like high-level tournament winners. Like we're talking everybody on this team has won a tournament on either one of the toughest courses on tour or one of the biggest events of the year. Like
within the last year.
Within the last year or so.
Every single person except for Scotty Scheffler has won a tournament this season.
Well, not only that, but a big tournament. Like a big one.
Like every single one of them has won a tournament.
Finau won the Liberty National Northern Trust like a month ago.
Yeah.
Okay. He won a FedEx Cup playoff tournament. That's a big tournament.
Berger?
Yeah.
Berger won the AT&T Pebble.
I think he won twice this year.
No, he won AT&T Pebble.
Okay, that was
Harris.
Harris won 3 times.
Harris won 3 times. Yeah.
He's won 3 times.
Yeah. So
sorry, him and Scotty just both remind me of Lurch. I got him confused all weekend.
Scotty was the only one. Scotty was the only one that
Barstool Lurch?
How many times has Scotty won?
Never. He hasn't won yet.
It's just
That
Lurch,
was the whole
big
thing.
Goonie dude.
That was their biggest argument of people like, why did they pick Scotty Scheffler? He's never won a tournament yet. But
he played fantastic.
He's placed second. Like he's got like 10.
Oh, he's like Tony.
Finishes.
He won the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
When Bryson was there, I think.
Yeah.
At Winged Foot, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it was.
But either way, like this entire team is literally built for the moment. Where like I feel like the past teams, like yes they had Tiger, yes they had Phil, but like are we really gonna compare like Steve Stricker to anybody else on this team? Hell, no. Like never once has Steve Stricker reached the level of any of these players. I mean, Scotty Scheffler hasn't won one yet. We'll give him a pass. But like even like Tony Finau is a top 10 player in the world. And
Xander just won a gold medal. So
right. He should win more tournaments. Just hasn't.
We never had before the full team of the diehards for this event.
Yeah, bro. Like we had Ryan Moore on our team.
We always had like one or two. Dude, even like Tiger. Tiger didn't give a shit about the
Tiger didn't care about the right. He would show up and play Tiger golf, but
like between him and Phil, Phil cared way more about the Ryder Cup than Tiger did. We had those couple guys in those teams like Keegan Bradley cared. Bubba Watson is killing himself because he's not there. Ricky Fowler, literally, I'm telling you right now, if you ask Ricky Fowler and he said, would you rather win a major championship in 2 years or would you rather make the Ryder Cup? He's going to say, I want to make the Ryder Cup. Like
it's pretty close.
It's going to say that there were so many players, like we've had this conversation, a few months back about players, like which tournament and stuff like that would be where they would want to win more and stuff. There was multiple guys, like even Bryson said, he goes, I have never had more fun and I would trade this experience for my major championship.
Yeah.
He literally said, this is more important to me. Now he's like, this is way more important to me and way more fulfilling than me winning the U.S. Open.
I also even Brooks. Brooks was flat out asked in the press conference, like, hey, do you regret making the comments that you made earlier in the in the
I
week.
loved his answer.
And he
Loved
just
his
goes,
answer.
no, you guys took that completely wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I just said it's different, and it is different. Do you see
Mm-hmm.
this? Like, we're all usually trying to play for our own, and we're hard on ourselves.
And
Now
we're playing
just
each
up here to
other. They're
celebrate.
usually
Well,
playing
he
each
goes-
other.
He goes, we play the most selfish sport on the planet. We
Like,
play the most selfish sport on the planet.
yeah, he
and-
just straight up says, like, you guys took this wrong, and yeah, no, this is why we do it. Like, this is,
Yep.
do you see this?
Yeah, we have 13 guys up here, grown-ass men, crying, getting drunk in front of millions of people for a 1.5 foot trophy because they don't get paid for this. Not a single penny.
No,
I think that's what makes it more special. I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I think
Yeah.
that's what I think because they're not playing for livelihood, they're playing for literally nothing but pride. Because like Rory McIlroy is like he's a top 20 player in the world. He's not playing his best golf right now.
Rory's one of the top golfers of all time.
Yeah, but yeah, right. He absolutely is. He's a top 10 player ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy cried on national television because he didn't do enough for his team. He went 1-3, and that freaking killed him. And he was mad, and like that's the type of fuel like in those guys' chests that like makes them like Rory. Because like I'm not saying he's on the back end of his career by any means, but he is 32 years old.
Well,
he's
he's
got
also
a kid.
talked
He's
about
married.
just walking away from golf for family as well.
Right.
I mean, he
Life-
realizes that the tunnel is getting closer.
It is getting closer. That's the type of motivation that those guys take and they run with because, like, yes, they want to win majors. Yes, they're going to do everything they can to win every major they can. But at the end of the day, when Rory makes that Ryder Cup team, that's his goal right now. I guarantee it. He's as he sits here today, he's so pissed that he lost 1-3 that when he makes the Ryder Cup team again, he will not go 1-3 and he will be the best player there. And that's what I think the USA team has now that they didn't
big
have
time.
before.
No, absolutely.
They didn't have that before. They didn't
Dude,
have
just like I said, all the rookies coming out and straight up saying like, no, we want to win, we want to do it.
We
want to
break records.
We want to come out like we want to be those dudes.
right,
Those 6 dudes along with JT, Spieth, like,
dude. Are we gonna not
worried.
consider? Are we really not gonna consider that Jordan Spieth, probably going into 2021, was not making the Ryder Cup team?
He was not on the team.
His goal, probably
not on the
January
team.
1st, was to be on the Ryder Cup team. That's probably the only goal that he really had.
Yeah.
Is like, I need to pick it up. I need to play good golf to make the Ryder Cup team, and everything else will fall into place. Like it has, because he's played well. But that's like, I mean, I think we all would say that. I would rather
No,
play for the Ryder
absolutely.
Cup team than make a cut on a U.S. Open. Like,
yeah,
you
no,
know,
but
like
the other thing is like, I mean, Ian Poulter is known as Mr. Ryder Cup. Like Sergio might be the greatest, but Ian, for our generation, is known as Mr. Ryder Cup.
for sure.
As soon as he found out,
didn't lose a singles match.
he didn't lose a singles match, but as soon as he found out that Colin got that half point to get USA to 14.5, he literally just had to walk away from his ball and just like got down and just like started crying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like it means that much to him. Like him,
and the thing is, for someone like him, someone like Lee Westwood, that's it.
Westwood's done. Yeah,
They're
when they
both
asked-
done.
when
I
they
don't-
asked
said it.
Westwood,
Yeah, he already said it.
Ian Poulter
He
will
couldn't
not
get the
make
words out of
another
his mouth.
team.
He's like, I finally got to experience the Ryder Cup with my son, and like he couldn't even get the words out. He's like, this is probably my last one.
No,
And
Westwood,
then, and then,
Sergio,
like,
and
Rory-
Ian. I mean, they're
Sergio will
probably
play.
done.
Sergio
will.
next one.
Sergio's good enough to
100%.
continue to
Ser-
play.
Sergio
He's
will
only
play.
41. Sergio's only
Okay. He
Sergio
looks a
just
lot
seems
older.
like he's 50 years
Well,
old
he's
because he's
just-
been
because
around
he's
since he was 20.
Yeah, he's
19 years old.
Yeah, he's since Tiger.
I mean,
Since
he's
Tiger.
been playing on the PGA Tour for almost my entire lifespan.
Yeah, since Tiger. Him and
Yeah.
Tiger came on the scene at the exact same time.
Yep.
Him, Tiger, and Phil all came literally. Phil was there a little bit earlier than both of them, but they
Yeah.
all came on at the same time.
Still the
like,
craziest
even
stat in the world
Rory-
is Phil
even Rory
Mickelson
said-
winning a tournament as an amateur. That is still the craziest thing in the world.
the last one. They did.
It's crazy.
Rory even said too. He goes, "There's a chance that I'm not sitting in front of you guys in 2 years."
See,
And I'm
I
like, no, I don't. I even said it to Ty right when he said it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you're Rory freaking McIlroy.
He'll
You're
play.
gonna be on the team.
Rory-
no, it's
if Rory- I mean,
up there,
Rory's
but,
playing-
it's uncertain. The golf is uncertain.
the thing that's crazy about Rory though is he's playing his floor level golf, and he's still a top 20 player in the world.
Listen, 2 years ago, did you
Like, this is as
I
bad
said-
as it gets for
said
him.
That we 2 years ago, okay, in France, literally Patrick Reed just won the Masters. He's at the Ryder Cup, and you said Patrick Reed's not going to be on the next Ryder Cup team. You'd be like, you're freaking crazy. You're crazy.
Well, there was a couple things that reason why he's not on the Ryder Cup.
But what
team.
I'm saying is,
he would have made that
that's
spot
the
if he
kind of
wasn't
stuff,
an
though.
asshole.
But that's the kind of stuff that could be in a certain Rory could go down a tailwind and could become, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying.
No, but he was an
Because if you
asshole
don't
to the
know-
team. Like
Yeah.
Rory, like Patrick Reed
100%.
was an asshole to the team.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Like Stricker
Rory's
and Furyk and all
like,
those guys.
We play the most uncertain, like one of like ups and down sports of.
Well, it's also because
of
it's
all.
2 years. It's every 2 years. Like there's
Yeah.
so much golf happens in 2 years. Like
Yeah,
it's
we got-
utterly
yeah.
disgusting.
We got the President's Cup next year, which is a walkthrough for us every year, but it's still fun to watch. It's great.
It's good practice.
It's great practice. But I, to me personally, I like the Ryder Cup format. I mean, the President's Cup format more than the Ryder Cup format. But
What's the difference?
They have they have 12 players, but every format of the team formats, they play 5 matches rather than 4.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
So there's more points out there,
And
more
2 people only
fluctuation,
sit.
and 2 only sit. More fluctuation. You get to play more golf, and
Right.
you get to watch more golf. So
It works
Question-
out, yeah.
yeah.
Question for you guys, because I think I asked you guys this, but it wasn't during the show. If we had to say the 3 players that won't make it next time, because you gotta remember we have a lot of still really young, good players out there,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that can make the team in 2 years, like Matt Wolf,
Zalatoris
100%.
could make it, hell.
Who?
Zalatoris.
Zalatoris
Yeah.
can absolutely make it.
He
Zalatoris
can have-
almost made it this year,
We
probably.
literally could have a senior in high school. I mean, college right now, literally graduating could literally
About to
light
break
up
through.
the next 2 years. Look
Right.
at Colin Morikawa.
Who do you think doesn't make the team next year?
I don't
In
think
2 years.
I don't think Harris
Burger.
English makes it.
Harris or
Burger,
Burger, I think were
English.
mine. Maybe
Burger
Scotty,
and
but
English.
Scotty, I think.
See, I think
Right.
Scotty's gonna be a cornerstone. I do. He's young.
After beating Rahm, yeah, it's hard to disagree.
To be honest with you, the 3 people that I would choose, the 4 people I would choose, is I'm choosing Berger, English, Spieth, because I don't think Spieth's 100%
Nah, Spieth
like
will be
proven. I don't think
Spieth
he's
will be
like, I don't think Spieth's back to like being perennial compared to the other guys. Like I mean, and Finau. And it's either Spieth / DJ for me because DJ's going to be 40, and we just have so much young good talent. Like we have
39.
so much young good talent. I'm not saying DJ won't be there.
I would.
But
see
he's-
Brooks-
but I mean, like,
would
it's just
honestly see
hard.
Brooks. I would see Brooks being out of it more than Bryce. I mean, more than Dustin because Brooks' health.
True.
Yeah.
Like he plays in half the tournaments that everyone else plays in.
Well, he says he's going to
how
win.
old is Brooks?
He says he's going to win 19
28.
majors. So like he's
28?
got to
Is he?
keep playing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's our age. He's our age.
No, he's not. He's older.
28. I thought he was 28.
No, I think he might be 30 now, man. Remember, he got a late start.
I know he did, but his late start was still only in 2014.
He is 31.
31.
Yeah,
But so
31.
he's our age. I mean, he's only.
Yeah, I know,
He's
but
our age.
but like he's significantly older than Jordan Spieth and like JT. He's 4 years older than them.
Yeah, JT's 27. He's my
Yeah.
age.
Then
So, yeah, okay.
and Spieth just turned 28, so he's
Yeah, again, I'm not worried. Like, me personally, I'm not worried about JT or Spieth. I think they'll be
No.
there
I do
regardless.
I do too.
I just think they bring too much zest to the team, honestly.
JT's probably the best. Like
So he's
I
the best thing
think
for
through
Ryder.
the leaps and bounds. I said this last week. I think JT's the only player that has the smallest gap of when he's playing bad and playing good.
Yeah.
Like he's the smallest gap. So I don't
Well,
see JT
hey,
going
hey.
anywhere.
First day, he was dog shit.
Yeah.
That was
But
probably-
then the afternoon he picked it up. in
No,
the
then
back
the
nine.
That
afternoon
afternoon was a
fine.
huge half point
Yeah.
he got after being down
Yeah.
4 through 5 holes.
Yeah, no, it
Huge.
was fine.
Dantley.
But
Him and
that
Dantley.
morning, like him and Spieth should have had a point
Yeah.
first thing, and
Yeah.
nope.
See, I think guys like Morikawa's for sure going to be there. I don't
Colin,
see
Xander,
He's
Cantley,
too-
they are not.
Colin.
going
Colin
anywhere.
is probably the out of the team. He other than his putting can be skeptic. He's probably the best equipped to be on the Ryder Cup team.
I think Xander is. I think
Okay,
Xander is.
Xander. I would say Xander's in that.
Xander's top 10s every week, bro.
Right.
Literally every
Colin
week.
just hits the ball straight and hits the best iron shots on tour. Like that's so valuable in a
The
Ryder
only
Cup
thing
format.
Xander doesn't do is win. Xander just doesn't.
Yeah,
win.
Xander needs to win more.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine? Okay, let me ask you this, just because I asked you the
Xander's
flip
literally a
side.
more consistent Ricky Fowler.
Who is going to be the best player coming into the 2023?
That's asking a lot.
The best player we have coming into 2023.
That's just too far. I mean, I don't know.
That's asking a
I'd
lot.
probably just say JT. I'd probably say JT.
Like, are we talking in world
Or
golf
I would
rankings?
say Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, I'll
because
go
he's
off
been-
world ranking. I think world ranking's a very like a
I
very
would say
statistical
Dustin
way to,
Johnson because Dustin Johnson's been number 1 or number 2 in the world every year
for like
the last-
5 years.
For the last 5 years, and nothing's changed.
I'm gonna say Colin.
I think Colin. He just plays
I
too
think-
consistent.
I think Colin. I think
was
Colin.
he on a little bit of a free fall there for a hot second by missing cuts and stuff? Yeah, but he still plays consistent golf.
Yeah, I would say Colin Morikawa is our best American player, like world golf ranking wise,
And I'm telling you,
coming into
Bryson's
2023 Ryder
not going
Cup,
anywhere.
2 years from
No,
now.
Bryson's not going.
Bryson's
anywhere
not
either.
going anywhere.
No.
I mean, he's
I don't
right
think.
there.
I mean, listen, there's like 10 dudes on that team that aren't going anywhere. There's 10 dudes that
Yeah,
are
and
probably
there's
going to
also
be
10 there's also 10 Americans literally are on the fringe of being right there and playing in it again.
right.
There's-
So we have what? We have 11 in the top 12. We said right, 11 players in the top 12 world ranking.
yeah.
I would say out of those 11, like because it's everyone but Scotty, I would say 7 to 8 of them will most likely be in the top 15 world golf rankings 2 years from now. Like DJ's still gonna be top 15. Bryson, Spieth, Colin, Cantlay, Xander, JT, DJ. Like Finau might not be. He's probably gonna be on that fence of top 15. Like I can literally name 8 dudes that are probably gonna be in the top 15 coming into 2 years
It's just
from now.
crazy too how stuff can change though, because like literally this Ryder Cup was supposed to be last year during when COVID
Nine
and everything happened.
in the top 11.
9 in the top 11. I can say
Yeah.
7 of them definitively will be in the top 11
Well,
2 years
The
from
only
now.
ones, outside were Spieth,
Berger.
Berger, and Scotty.
Scotty.
I see Finau at 15.
I got Finau at 10.
Yeah, Finau's top 10 right now because he won
I'm
the
looking
Liberty.
at September
He
26,
was- yeah, he was
2021,
top 10
ranking
going
week
into the-
39.
Yeah, he was top 10 going.
I was
into
looking
the
at fake
Ryder Cup.
rankings. Fake news. Keep going.
But at the same time, so just think about this. The Ryder Cup was supposed to be last year, not this year.
Yep.
Spieth wouldn't have been on the team.
Nope.
No, he wouldn't have.
Cantlay wouldn't have been on
That's
the team.
that's how
Cantlay
much
wouldn't have.
2 years.
Nope.
That's how much 2. Yes, he would have. Cantlay
Can't do Cal.
Think so?
Can't. No, Cantlay was broke. Cantlay he
was
made
in
a
the
big
first-
surge over the last year and a half.
But what I'm saying, the
Also,
last
three
the
years
last, like,
ago, it was supposed to be in 2019, right?
No,
or was it
2020?
2020? Okay.
Yeah.
So two.
The,
Okay.
but Cantlay, literally, if you go
Year and a
look,
half.
he's in the last like 3 years. He's been in the first in the FedEx Cup standings for half the year, like literally the last like 3 years.
Yeah, that's because he won a shitty
But
tournament
I'm
in
just saying
January.
he's there. He's there. Like when but Ryder Cup standings, they take that into effect.
a year ago, Patrick Reed would have took a spot of somebody.
He would have been Jordan
A
Spieth.
year, yeah, I think there'd be a lot more. I think a year ago, Matt Wolff would have took a spot because he was playing
Yes.
really good.
That was pretty good.
A year
Probably over
ago,
Harris English.
I want to see Matt Wolff in
a
one of
year
these,
ago,
though. I
Tiger
really
Woods
do.
would have took a spot.
Tiger Woods probably would have.
Tiger Woods would have took a spot. A
Yeah.
year ago, maybe Phil takes a spot a year ago. Maybe.
I don't think so.
I mean, like he played on the 2019 Presidents Cup team.
So what you're
like,
telling me is we would have lost. Got it.
It could have made
yeah.
a big difference if we played it last
it
year.
would have been a lot different. It would definitely would have. The team would have been a lot different. I think the only people who stay that are like the captain's picks are like Finau would have made the team last year.
I mean, DJ was world number 1 last year, so he's not going anywhere.
Well, he would have been a qualifier, automatic qualifier.
Yeah. If we're talking
Probably
about captain's picks,
Colin
okay.
would have had to be a captain's pick. Colin would have made the team on a captain's pick
Yeah, because he would have just won the PGA.
because he would have just won the PGA. So I would say it would just be a lot different. The team would
Yeah.
be a lot different no matter what.
Agreed.
I'm so glad they didn't play without fans.
Oh, I'm so glad
God.
they waited.
You couldn't do it.
I'm so glad they waited.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
Yep. Out of any
I'm also
sport,
glad they waited because, well, we won by 10 points.
yeah. Out of any sport, like football, like the basketball fans not in NBA games, I really could give a shit about.
But you don't see them.
Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
The fans during college basketball sucked. Like that was terrible. That the entire college basketball experience is the fans. College football obviously sucked because I mean the fans are definitely more apparent there. But the NFL, like it was kind of like whatever. It like didn't really matter.
How many times did we laugh at what people were saying in the microphones as people were hitting and stuff like that?
Oh, a bunch, yeah. People
like
were
literally, we
idiots.
couldn't stop. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. I mean, you have to have fans at golf events. If you don't, then they're just people out there that are playing golf. You know, nothing.
Yeah, it's
exciting.
not exciting.
No, but yeah, it was a great Ryder Cup. And great for us, and it was fun watching it either way. That's the best part about the Ryder Cup is It could be an absolute blowout, and it's still fun to watch because they're individual matches, and guys are still playing for pride. Where if you watch a football game and it's a blowout like the Pittsburgh Steelers the other day, which we're going to touch base on here in a few minutes.
I was just going to say phenomenal transition.
But we can. But even going into that, like I stopped. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch. It was still fun to watch the singles matches on Sunday when we knew it was going to be a blowout.
No, I mean, we still watched every one.
Yeah, exactly. So.
No, I mean, the Ryder Cup is just different. Like, if you really, like, if you question people why they enjoy watching golf, just watch the Ryder Cup. And I understand it's every 2 years, but, like, if you truly don't understand why people enjoy watching golf, watch the Ryder Cup. It is unlike any other golfing event. Like, it's just, like, even Pat McAfee, he tweeted, like, he wishes all golf was like this because he'd watch it all the time, only other than just, like, the Masters and, like, maybe the U.S. Open. But, like, it's different.
Yep.
But with that being said, let's talk about the Steelers. Are you guys are they dead? I know Big Ben is dead, but are they dead? Are they dead?
I don't think we're dead. We're just not in a good spot. I don't think we're dead because we have such good potential with the players in the roster.
You still have great talent. That's the problem.
We're literally one piece away. We're one piece away.
Is that a quarterback?
From being,
I think it's a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I'd say 2 pieces away. A half decent line and a quarterback.
Yeah, but a decent quarterback makes your line better, though. 100%.
Well, the other way around too. If we had a decent line like we did last year, look what Big Ben didn't change from last year to this year. He didn't change from this year to last year. Nothing's changed. He threw 30 touchdowns for 9 picks last year, and this year he's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. And the only thing that's different is the line has changed. Okay, a year out of his life.
The only counterpoint I have to that is there was one Packer starting lineman in this past game against a Joey Bosa-led line. It's Nick. Nick Bosa, a Nick Bosa-led line. The only one was Billy Turner from last year. We had 2 rookies and 2 other dudes that weren't supposed to be playing their positions. And Aaron was sacked 3 times, but because he can get the ball out, because he can move around a little bit, it does help shield that slightly.
Oh, it does. I mean, even listen, the Arizona Cardinals line is not a very good offensive line, and Kyler Murray does what he does.
He does, yeah, exactly.
It doesn't help that our offense is just so predictable too. Yeah. I mean,
no, it's so limited. It's just so limited.
It's limited right now.
It's so limited. It's not even predictable. It's limited because you can't.
Your bad offensive line doesn't allow you guys to run.
We play scared. We play scared.
Well, okay, so like look at it this way, okay?
The play was defensive. I mean, like we
play scared.
Right. So like I'll compare it to like what I watched last night. Like obviously the Eagles didn't play a great game. Their offensive line's banged up for that 1 millionth time. But like they still have a quarterback who can escape the pocket, make a throw on the run, like maybe pick up 3 yards on a second down and make it 3rd and short. Like the little things that can really add up to like actually being like competitive. Big Ben is not competitive in the NFL right now as a quarterback.
Hey,
he's not because
Ben's
his arm.
Someone summed it up the best I've ever seen was he's as mobile as a tree back there
right
now.
He doesn't have the arm strength.
But the
anymore.
difference was he always was, but he was young enough and athletic enough to shed tackles.
Right.
That's the difference.
Break a lot of tackles.
Yeah, he was able to make plays.
He was always just a lug back there.
Right.
But at the same time, the NFL when he was playing
did not have that.
That's how it was.
Right.
That's every quarterback was 6'6", 6'7", not 270 pounds like him, but we're all like pocket quarterbacks.
No,
like,
Brett Favre, Eli Manning. I mean, they're just dudes that are
pocket quarterbacks. They're pocket quarterbacks.
Favre could scramble, but Favre was built like a
that wasn't his first move. That wasn't his first move.
Like when you watch
the
Big
quarterbacks
Ben
today, their first move is to bust it out of the pocket, not move up into the pocket. Is to bust out of the pocket and then make a play from the right or the left.
But if you notice, the good quarterbacks still move up in the pocket.
They do.
I'm looking at Justin Herbert.
But and Josh Allen. They
move up.
They still do that, but they also have the tools in their belt to be able to go outside and make a play out there. Where Big Ben, when he was doing Big Ben stuff and the all-pro caliber quarterback, was he could move out a little bit, take a couple steps, and shed 3 tackles and make a play.
And then
That's
throw
what
it
he wants.
65 yards.
Listen,
Yeah.
Big Ben doesn't have the zip anymore. He can't put the ball into tight spaces on a rope anymore. Can't do it.
And that's what's impressive about Brady is that Brady still has that.
Brady does still have.
He doesn't have the throw it 65 yards downfield, but I watched a couple of throws this past game that he played that he's hitting tight windows on slants that are even 15, 25 yards. There's still zip behind it.
Well, he's throwing it harder now than he did in his first 4 years, so I'm gonna chalk it up to steroids. But TB12 method, it's avocado ice cream probably.
Look at him. I've seen how many memes where him as a rookie to him now, literally 30 years difference almost, and they go, "You're not ugly, you're poor."
Yeah, no, it's the same thing with looking at like one of the Kardashians. Like go back and look at him.
Yeah.
I don't know, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Right, exactly though. Like, so he's not able to make the throws that he used to be able to make. He's not able to make the plays in the pocket that he used to be able to make. So the play calling is so much like softer. Like I don't know how many passes he attempted to completed, huh?
38 of 58.
Yeah.
38 of 58. He threw 13 completions behind the line of scrimmage. That is awful. Yeah. That's awful play calling, and that's awful execution. Because
and that's not talking about how many he completed as a little flat route, too. Like, just a little flat.
Right. That's just the ones that were behind the line of scrimmage.
Najee Harris almost broke AB's completion record in a game.
As a running back.
He was 3 catches away, and he dropped 3 in the last possession of the football.
There is a lot different, but there's a big difference in Big Ben from, like, 2017, 2018 to 2021. Like, there's...
The good news for the Steelers fans are... Kevin King's going to be back this week, and you're playing the Packers, so more than likely, Big Ben's going to look all right against us.
Last week, we lost to the Bengals. It's not obviously a good thing, but I will say, our defense was banged up. We had.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're getting DJ back this week. I'm extremely concerned.
Our last 2 weeks,
maybe 2 have been.
Yeah, we still haven't had Stephon Tuitt yet. We still haven't had him.
But the thing is, though, is like I completely agree with what you're saying. That you're going to be able to be in games with that defense, but that does not solve the problem that you're eventually like. You're not going to be playing like you guys have a tough schedule this year. You're not going to be playing soft offenses all year long. Like you're not gonna.
No.
You're going to be playing the top set of
again.
offenses. You guys are going to honestly at this rate with the offense the way that they look. The Steelers going 7-10 would be like, I think would be impressive.
I know
to go 7-10.
Yeah,
we have to figure out on offense.
I honestly hope, like as a casual like Steeler fan, an outsider looking in, I hope Green Bay knocks the socks off them again next week. And then who do they play after that? I don't even know.
I think
Broncos.
Yeah. I hope they lose to the Broncos, so then they finally realize that, like, you know what, this ain't working. And let's punt on 2021. We have a great defense again next year. Let's get a younger guy in there to learn how to play the quarterback position. It's okay to be bad for one season. I know the Pittsburgh Steelers are always been so competitive. I know. But it's okay to be bad one time. It is okay to be bad.
It's better to be bad one time and figure it out going forward.
Right, exactly. It's better to be bad one time and have at least an idea of what you're going to do.
Favre went. Go ahead, Cal.
Our next 4 games are Packers, Broncos, Seahawks, Browns.
Right.
You'll beat the Seahawks.
Hopefully, you lose all of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope you lose all of them for the sake of the Steelers organization to be like, you know what, Big Ben needs a clipboard.
The Bears, and the Lions, but those 4 games are gonna be tough.
Let me ask you guys this:
there's a good chance we
might lose all of them.
We'll be 1.
I would say right now you lose all of them.
Yeah,
I would say right now you lose every one of those games.
Yeah.
And
I'm not kidding. The Seahawks one is going to be strength against strength. Seahawks offense is carrying them. Steelers defense carrying them. It's just which offense-defense combo is going to actually win.
In the end, the offense always wins.
In modern NFL, yes.
Yeah. In the end,
to my point.
When you put defense on the field for that long, they're never going to win a game.
No, but here's my one point. So the transition between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Packers went 4-12. Favre was up in the air questioning if he was coming back. That's when we drafted Aaron Rodgers at 21. Then we sit him for 3 years. Favre did make a little bit of a comeback. And I think they went like 10-6 and lost in the playoffs. We say, all right, Favre, you're done, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Aaron comes in. and first season he goes 8-8. It's nothing special.
Perfect. That's great.
But then next season, 10-6, 11-5, 15-1. I mean, it's better to suck for 1 to 2 years than it is to be the Browns or the Lions.
The Philadelphia Eagles suck for the last year, and they're going to suck this year. But boy, next year they're going to be better because they're going to have a quarterback who's actually playing the position for a season. They're going to have young wide receivers getting better. Hopefully they draft a couple more offensive linemen because they obviously can't stay on the field. Mm-hmm. And it's like it like the NFL was like I understand the Steelers are an outlier to this. They really are because in my entire lifetime,
17 winning seasons is goddamn astronomical.
Yeah,
Well,
yes,
the
it's
main
insane
reason
with a
is
switch
we've
of
had the same
coach, with a
quarterback
changing
for the-
coach.
The main reason is we've had the same quarterback for 19
And coach.
seasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Cal. But to still never have under 8-8 is still insane.
No,
Injuries.
I mean, even the Packers are only on a three-year streak because Aaron got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Like-
extremely hard to be that good in the NFL for that long. But the Steelers need to punt. I've said this. I know that it sounds bad, but like I'm saying it because I want to see them like do the right thing. Like I'm not harping on them to be negative. I'm saying like I would say this about the Raiders. I would say this about anybody that you need to punt to get better. Like it's the only way to get better. You need to trade bad contracts. You need to put young players in, let them develop, and go forward. Like that's the only way to get better. Like that's it. There's no reason to hold on to a 39-year-old quarterback who's going to probably throw more interceptions and touchdowns as he's playing right now.
No, play like Eli Manning did his last year.
Exactly, and they did the right thing by bringing in Daniel Jones.
But Daniel Jones got to actually sit for a year.
He didn't know he played his rookie year.
Did he?
Yeah, he started. I think his rookie year he came in like over maybe halfway.
Okay, I thought he sat for a year.
No, he didn't sit for a year. He ended up coming in. I'll look though to make sure.
But I mean, even like the Chiefs went up, got their guy, kept Alex Smith for a year, and Alex Smith, by all accounts, is a top 15 quarterback, especially back then. I mean,
Yes, he was.
At one point, he was an MVP.
Yeah, he was very good.
At one point, he was an MVP candidate in Andy Reid's system. And then they were like, hey, Alex, absolutely nothing against you, but we really like what we have in this kid, so we're going to move forward with him. If the Steelers should have just done that last year, and they decided not to.
This is what I think they should do.
Wait, sorry, I just want to comment on the
Najee is a
Daniel Jones
great
thing.
draft pick,
Evan,
but,
before
like-
you go any further, Daniel
Sure.
Jones played 4 games his rookie year. He played the last 4 games. So started the
Okay.
last 4. So that's perfect. I mean, that's the way. Like after the Giants realized they weren't going to make the playoffs, they were a bad team. They handed it over to you got to start moving
future.
forward.
They handed it over to the future.
Yep.
I know this is never going to happen, but this is how I think it should go. Okay, maybe we play Ben one more game. If we get robbed by the Packers and we can't produce any offense, throw in Haskins. Like I said,
If you can't produce offense against the Packers defense, that should be a blinding thing.
yes, throw in Haskins. See what we have for a couple games. If he sucks, we tank. Obviously, we're going to lose. If he sucks, we tank. Great. We'll draft a quarterback next year. If he's good, then we know what we have, and we keep him moving forward. And we
That's exactly
maybe
what should
we draft
happen.
offensive linemen, like you're saying, because our offensive line isn't that good either. So, I think that's what we have to do. We paid the money to go get him. We took the chance on him. Why are we not even dressing him for the games? Like, he's better than Mason Rudolph.
Dude, if they come out and
start.
start Mason Rudolph any of those games, I
problem is-
I'm
swear
going
to
to turn it
God.
off. I'm not going to watch. Like, it's just
the problem is
it's
that
so
Mason
disheartening.
Rudolph is the backup quarterback. Like he is the backup quarterback.
Right.
Well,
I don't
hey,
care
let me,
about this like gritty stuff. Of
When
earning
Carson
it and
Wentz
shit,
was
like,
drafted, though,
you have talent. You gotta recognize it in front of you.
It's not earning it. It's just that the mere fact is, if Big Ben goes down in the middle of the game,
yes, bring in Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph is better suited to come in and
Yeah,
into
he
the
knows
game.
the offense.
more than
100%.
Dwayne Haskins.
But that does not mean he should be a
He's been in
starter.
the system for the last 4
Listen,
years.
Right.
almost.
in
Yes.
2016, wait, sorry, just
No, go
commenting
ahead, go ahead.
on what Cal's saying because I'm agreeing.
Yep.
In 2016, when Carson Wentz was drafted, he was the 3rd string quarterback going into training camp, going into the preseason games. He was 3rd string
Yep.
because they wanted to sit him and they wanted to let him learn. Sam Bradford got hurt.
Yep.
Great. Whatever. I mean, not great. Sorry. Sucks. I don't even know if he played another game after that. He might not even saw another team. But he got hurt, and immediately, in that exact moment, Carson Wentz went from being the 3rd string to starting on week 1. Why? Because they want to see what you got. We got to see what we have, because if we need to make changes and make decisions, we can do that later. But we have to see what we have right now. Everyone knows what the Steelers have in Mason Rudolph. Like, it's not new. Dwayne Haskins is still a young, aspiring quarterback who can be something new. Like, he can bring in something to the team. He can move. He can move a little bit, not a lot.
He's built
but he
like
can
a brick
move.
shit house as well.
He's a big quarterback with a big arm.
African American Big Ben Roethlisberger when he was 20 years old.
Right. So you at least got to see what you can have. Everyone knows Mason Rudolph can come in, be an okay game manager, and go 500 at best.
500 best.
At best, like, that's fine.
Two things for me really quick, and then
he got benched by Doug Hodges. That's how you know he's not a starter.
Yes. Two things, and then I want to talk about how bad the rookies are.
Okay.
Just across the board from this previous draft class.
Yep.
Jordan Love didn't dress a single game last year. He was our first overall pick. He didn't dress a single game. Our backup was Tim Boyle, who had been the backup for 4 years. Pretty much same scenario right now. The second thing is, and this one is, I think, very interesting for a lot of teams. Brett Rippon, who is the Broncos' third-string quarterback and the practice squad quarterback for all intents and purposes, just got signed to the 53-man roster, which makes me believe that they are shopping Drew Lock. I know I said it jokingly the other day, literally like Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
They are shopping. The Broncos seem to be shopping Drew Lock if they're signing their third string to the roster.
There's a couple players that I would take over Drew Lock. Honestly.
No. There absolutely are. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, off of backups, just alone. I would take Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
He's hurt right now, but I would take Marcus Mariota. I would probably sign Cam Newton before I trade.
I would also sign Cam Newton.
I'd call Colin Kaepernick before I signed Drew Lock.
Oh God.
Swear to God. Swear to God, I would.
Kaepernick.
No, I really would. I really would.
What about Colin Kaepernick? He would not get the love in Pittsburgh.
No, he wouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as a quarterback in the NFL, Colin Kaepernick probably still has a higher ceiling than Drew Lock does.
I vehemently disagree, but
that's fine. I would rather give him a shot. You already know what you got out of Drew Lock.
But again,
you already know what you got.
The Broncos just signed their third-string quarterback to their 53-man roster. So Drew Lock's definitely being shopped currently.
Drew Lock and Mitchell Trubisky would be tough.
It's Mitch. Take Mitch.
He's a better athlete.
I've seen both of them play. It's Mitch.
Yeah, he is a better athlete. He's a better athlete, too. Yeah. Like, he can actually move and...
No, he is the great value version of Josh Allen, to a T.
Right. I just hate to see the guy fall. That's all.
Well, and that's what we all talked about was, like, look, we all grew up with Big Ben. I mean, hell, he was your guys' quarterback for the last...
As long as I can been watching football.
18, like, Tommy Maddox and Cordell Stewart, and then...
I barely watched them. I was
that's what I'm saying, because I watched a little bit then.
Less than that, Evan.
No. We're talking like 6-7, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Norio.
2004, I think Maddox is still our starter.
10.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tommy Maddox, Cordell Stewart, I watched them growing up, and then it was Big Ben ever since.
Yeah.
Like, literally ever since. It just, even as not really a fan of the Steelers, I don't want to see a dude of that stature go out like this.
Like Eli did.
I never liked Eli Manning. I despise Eli Manning just for reasons. I think he's the most overrated quarterback to ever play. Big Ben, on the other hand, has, for his entire career, been a top 10 quarterback every year.
I would say since 2010, for sure.
No, after he came into his own, his first couple of years, he was 1,000,000,000% carried by the offense or the defense in the run game.
Yep.
But
I would say the Super Bowl that they won against Arizona is when he cemented a top 10 status for 10 years.
100%.
Yep. Before then, it was whatever, but now that moment for sure.
And again, this is just a fan. This is the fan of the game. I don't want to see Ben go out that way.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Tom Brady, I would be covered in mayonnaise right
now. Philip Rivers did it perfectly. He played for his team for that many years. He tried to go get a ring. They drafted someone. They drafted the quarterback of the future. He was like, "Hey, listen, I'm leaving. No love anyways." Tried the 1 year and it didn't work. And
you talking about Philip Rivers?
Yeah, Philip Rivers.
Do you think Ben?
I'm not saying Big Ben should go somewhere else, but saying, hey,
I don't think it would change anything.
Big Ben would not make a roster on the NFL right now, on any of the team.
don't go to don't just say that.
As a
Oh,
starter.
I got another 3 years left in me. Like he literally, like he still says, like, don't give us that. Literally, just say, this is my last year, win or lose. I'm going for a ring. If we don't get the ring, if we get halfway through the year and we're not looking like that, sit me down. I'll be the QB coach right now for the rest of the season.
That's the wild thing about, like, Brett Favre and Ben Roethlisberger had very similar career trajectories. I mean, like, no one's ever going to touch his Iron Man starts. Maybe now because of everything, but Brett Favre was that dude. He was the guy that shrugged everything off, said fuck it. He was the gunslinger, did his thing. Ben plays a similar type of football to what Brett Favre did, and Brett did the same thing every offseason because the season was so hard on him where it was like, I might retire, I don't know. And then like halfway through comes back and says, I'm feeling pretty good after the offseason.
Well, he's competitive. He doesn't want to give up anything.
He is. They both are.
Right.
But
well, they're all egotistic maniacs. They all are.
You have to have that to be a pro football player.
Absolutely.
Be a pro athlete.
Correct.
But my thing is that the Packers did go out and say, all right, look, we don't know what the hell you're going to do, so we're done. We're going to draft a quarterback. If you want to come back and stay, that's great. And he did for 3 years, and then he tried pulling the bullshit again, and right up until the 11th hour, the Packers said, you know what? We're done. You're traded to the Jets. So it was just one of those things where it's like, dude, like your organization has to be proactive.
The Packers did it again.
They did.
They did it again.
Aaron was kind of the same way, but not to the extent of Brett. Brett's was every year after his like 14th year.
No, but they're doing the same thing. Like, hey man,
they are.
Your contract's coming up. Like you got this. He's a free agent after this year.
No, he's got 1 year left after this year.
Okay, but the whole agreement about like seeking other opportunities.
Yes, there is 1 year left on his contract after this year.
Okay, so even then, let's just say like after 2 years, they had a stipulation plan.
I think 39.
Yeah, either way, they had a stipulation plan put in for whenever Rodgers was done.
Correct.
The Steelers didn't have that, and they haven't had that.
And that's what my point is.
That's the biggest problem.
The Packers have now done it twice, I guess. The Steelers were not proactive, even with some red flags popping up of Ben saying, I don't know, I might not, I feel rough, like all this stuff. And then he comes back and says he found Jesus and stopped beating his baloney, and like they just doubled down on it. So it's a rough situation. I really don't want to see Ben go out.
We drafted Mason Rudolph 4 years ago, and he threw an absolute hissy fit.
Aaron technically threw a hissy fit, but not the first year. It was just this year. But that was a
Aaron threw a hissy fit. Aaron threw a hissy fit because they didn't draft a wide receiver for him, not because they drafted a quarterback.
Yeah, and he says like, no, him and Jordan are cool. Like they talk all the time.
We didn't draft Mason. We didn't draft Mason in the first round. Like he wasn't our first round pick.
Oh, I couldn't imagine what Ben would have done then.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's one of those things where I don't want to see a dude that has been a large part of my life for the last 27 years, because I'm such a football fan, just go out like a goddamn
Big Ben was
a tree getting cut down.
He was a staple in the face of the NFL for a long time. Like,
no, he was.
You go walk down the street, name an NFL quarterback, they're gonna be like,
over the last 20 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're gonna say like, Peyton Manning.
There's like 5.
That Big Ben dude with the weird last name.
Yes, there's the big 5. It's Breeze,
like
Rodgers. I mean, Breeze, Rodgers, Brady, Manning, and Ben.
Yeah.
That's the big 5 over the last decade and a half.
Who's the second one?
Manning.
Brady, Manning, Breeze, Rodgers.
Ben.
Oh, him.
Oh, she's being a dick.
I mean, you could maybe throw Favre in there because he did play until 2010, but
I would say Brett Favre is more of the 2000s than the 2010s.
But I said 20 years, so if you're going
20 years, 20 years of Aaron Rodgers is not in that conversation over 20 years Favre is.
Okay, 10 years, then it'd be what? Eli?
No, 10 years, over 10 years is everyone I just said. It's Breeze, Ben, Rodgers, Manning, and
Peyton.
Ben.
Yeah, okay. I
not
confused.
Eli.
I got confused on the Mannings.
No, yeah, Peyton. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, but I mean, even over the last 20 years, I'm probably still taking like those 5 as like the most.
It's still Peyton.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna have the new top 5 coming in with the rookies that in the rookies in the second year.
With the rookies.
The rookies in second years and third year quarterbacks.
Second years are good right now. Third years are also balling out.
Yeah.
The rookies though.
Yeah.
These rookies are bad.
Yeah.
There's what? There's Zach Wilson. There's Trevor Lawrence. There's Mac Jones. I know I'm forgetting
probably Mac Jones was probably doing Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Probably doing
And
the
Fields.
best.
And Fields.
Fields, yeah.
Fields. So
Mac
6.
Jones is doing the best out of all of them.
I want to go
But,
see.
like,
I didn't see Matt
but-
Jones' stats from the week. I'm gonna go look.
They were not good.
I knew he threw a pick 6.
They were not
They
good.
lost, right?
They did. Yeah. So there's one win between all the starting rookies right now, and it's Mac Jones against Zach Wilson. So
It's not good.
there's an asterisk next to it. The rookie quarterbacks have not been good, and yes, they are playing on very bad teams.
Oh, Mac Jones was 30 of 51 for 271 tutty and 3 picks.
Yeah, I told you Mac Jones was not good.
Not
He
good,
got a lashing by Belichick.
as he should.
Like, that's my thing, is these rookies, like, last year, regardless of what anybody wants to say about Joe Burrow, through 8 games, Joe Burrow balled out last year. He really did.
Yeah, Justin Herbert was the best rookie quarterback we've ever seen.
Ever.
Probably
and,
will
like,
ever see. I mean, I don't know who's going to be much better than him.
43 touchdowns is insane.
And 4,000 yards is insane. Like, didn't Baker...
34 touchdowns, 4,300 yards.
Yeah,
That's
Baker
what it
Mayfield
is.
had the rookie touchdown record at like 25, and he blew him out by 9.
29.
He had 29?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baker,
Oh,
no.
I thought he only had 25.
Peyton and Russell had the rookie record tied at 28.
Okay, but either way, I mean, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, still a lot. Like,
No, it's a ton.
And
Yeah.
didn't play the first game and a half. Or those 2
Yeah,
games. or whatever.
because
no, he didn't play the
Tyrod
first
had a-
game.
got a
Week
punctured
2,
lung.
he missed the 1 game.
But no, that's like, compare last year's quarterback class to this year's quarterback class. It's night and day.
Oh, it's
And I don't know. Again, these 5 quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks, however many, are playing for bad teams minus Trey Lance, but Trey Lance isn't even.
I'm not going to say the Bears are a bad team. I refuse to say the Bears are a bad team. I really do. I will not sit here and say the Bears are in the same boat as the Jets, the Jags. The Giants. I'm not saying they're in the same boat. I refuse.
They're closer to the Giants. They're
closer to the Giants than they are anybody.
Yeah, but like we're talking like the Jets and the Jags and the Giants are all on a completely different tier of bad. Like a completely different tier of bad, man.
Well,
like,
no, I think it was one of you guys, or we had the conversation. If you combine both New Jersey teams, like, could they be a 500 team? And the answer is still no.
No, they would not be.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
the answer is a flat out no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I will refuse
we're
to
like,
sit here and say that
the
they're
2
as bad as
Pennsylvania teams. We'd probably be a Super Bowl team.
the Pennsylvania teams.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Hurts
Pennsylvania
with the
teams will win a
Steelers'
Super Bowl.
defense, Yeah.
Yeah.
And the offensive pieces of the Eagles and you
Yeah,
guys.
you take
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox, you take Josh Sweat, you take Darius Slay,
Yeah, that's
Steven
not the
Nelson.
conversation.
Yeah, you're
I
taking
know.
all those
The
guys.
Pennsylvania-
Yes.
The Pennsylvania teams would be a Super Bowl contender for
Yes.
sure.
100%.
I'm going to the Bears. Hold on. The Bears are what?
The Bears' best player are David Montgomery and Allen Robinson, and that's it. Khalil Mack is still non-existent. Their defense hasn't done dick this year.
Okay, but they played the Rams the first game, and the Rams obviously are a much better football team.
Rams are the
Rams are
Rams.
the-
Right, the Rams. And then they beat the Bengals 20-17, and the Bengals just look good against the Steelers. So, like, that's a good win. And then they got shellacked by the Browns.
I wouldn't say good win. I would say
I'm-
if you're a team that should
The
beat
Jets,
them,
the Jags, and the Giants are not beating the Bengals. None of them.
yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, Houston with Tyrod Taylor is the same as the Bears.
I agree. So we're putting
Okay.
like the Bears in like second tier of bad.
I'm putting them like 23 to 27.
Yeah.
Right. And then
You
we're
just
for
have
sure
60
the
yards
definitive
above.
3 to 4 is like the Lions. Well, I think the Lions are
They-
better than the Bears.
The Lions are the best 0-3 team in the league.
The Colts.
No, I'm putting the Lions above them.
The Colts?
They should have just beat you. You were on this wagon all day yesterday saying that the Ravens should have lost.
They should have lost.
Then that makes them 1-2.
But also the Colts had the 3
The Colts had the
hardest
3 toughest games to start the season in the NFL.
Yeah.
They played Seattle.
Carson Wentz
Big
sprained
old-
both of his ankles in one game.
Yeah,
and
but
still almost beat
and
the
they still
Titans.
almost won. He had both ankles
I'm
taped
going
up.
with the Lions. We're allowed to disagree.
We are. Like, I was just saying, the Colts played the 3 toughest games to start the NFL over anybody by
and the
far.
Lions, and I understand that, but the Lions were competitive in all 3 of their games.
I agree. The Lions are a lot
Not the
better than
second
what.
game.
I agree. The
Lions?
Lions are not in the bottom tier of bad. I refuse to admit that as well.
No, they've been unlucky. I mean, you just got a record-breaking field goal to beat you. Like,
And
that's,
in the first game,
MCDC.
they played the 49ers tight.
that's
I'm agreeing.
That's why
I'm
I'm putting
agreeing that
Lions
they're
as
not
the
as bad as what
the
people
first
think.
best team.
I'm agreeing that they're
first
not as
best
bad as
winless
what people think, but I am
Give them
saying,
the first best behind the Colts.
yeah, that's what I was saying,
Hey, I'm still a fan of the Colts, man. I just think the Lions are better than the Colts as they played right
and that's fine. And
Who are
that's
you a
fine.
fan of? Colts, Browns, Packers?
I like the Colts. I have nothing against them. Okay, I'm a fan of Carson Wentz.
Yeah. But
No, I wish
like
Carson
the
Wentz would
Bears
just
are not as
go
bad as
off.
the Jets and the Jags. Like I'm gonna give Zach Wilson and Trevor
No.
Lawrence a lot more slack because historically they're on two of the worst franchises in the NFL.
No,
The Bears
Jets
are
over the
not
last
historically
7 years
bad.
Are just unbelievably
Yes,
awful.
the Bears are not historically bad. They're historically average, but they're not historically bad.
We're week 3 in, and T-Law is getting dangerously close already to that.
How many does he have?
He's
7.
thrown double interceptions.
He's got
every game.
7.
He's got 7.
I need a couple
Three-
good
3
games.
games
I just
No,
need him to
wait,
not
honestly,
turn it over.
There's a very good chance that
He's breaking the record.
they
this
might
year.
throw
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
There's an extra game this year too.
Hopefully, honestly,
He might throw. He might.
Hopefully he
25
gets benched. He might get benched.
That
He
would
might get
that would
that'd be
help.
huge.
Yeah.
That'd be huge
Yeah.
for me.
But they got
Massive.
rid of
That
Gardner
would be
Minshew.
very weird.
If he went out like
bench
next
Trevor
week and threw a pick 6 in the first possession, and they just sat him for the game, that would actually be big for me. 1, it would slow down his ratio, and 2, that's less opportunity.
I don't know.
Listen,
I just think
Zach
these rookies-
Wilson-
These rookies are truly bad. Like
It's-
Zach Wilson, I think has potential, just like Sam did. I've seen what
It's a-
Zach is doing with absolutely
The
no
New York
line.
Jets is a career ender. It just is.
Before it
Who's
even
better than
starts.
the Browns?
It's the Browns weren't as. I just
The Browns were a career ender before it
Yes,
even
but
started.
people
Yes.
still did okay at the Browns. Like they could still they were still.
I was gonna say
players.
Jake Delhomme, Kelly Holcomb, those two.
I'm not even talking about
They
like
weren't
quarterbacks.
bad.
I'm talking about just the positions. If you go to any position that you go to the Jets, your career's over.
Okay, I was just saying, if you were there was a 25-year
I'm not
stint
talking about quarter. I'm
of
talking
if you were
about
drafted
say
to
there's
the
25
Browns as a
quarterbacks.
quarterback,
It's a career
you
ender.
did not sign another
There's no
contract.
debating that. There's no debate.
No, I'm not talking about
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
have you
I'm
guys
talking
seen
Okay.
the Bears?
position.
Have you guys seen the Bears list?
It's bad too.
Yeah.
No, the Bears are at 23 right now.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, the Bears are at 23.
Listen, when you
Bears
gotta come
are
out in
just
week
as
4,
God damn it, Jay Cutler, you screwed everything up.
when you come
Jay
out in
Cutler
week
was their
4,
best player.
He cheated on Christian
Rex
Cavalieri and
Grossman.
his career went down this.
listen,
ever since.
if you
Smoking
come out
Jay
in
is
week
the night of
4,
mine.
Rex Grossman.
if you come out week 4 and you literally go, all quarterbacks could be the starter in week 4, that's when you know you're down bad.
That's what I'm saying,
That's when you
dude.
know you're down bad.
Who is
Because
that?
The Bears.
the Bears said that.
No, Evan, Matt Nagy during Monday's press
He's fired.
conference.
Dan.
No,
Done.
he came out and said it's an open quarterback competition between
Yeah.
Nick Foles, Andy Dalton, if healthy, and Justin Fields.
Yeah.
All three are
Okay, so
potentially
can I
going
can I
to start.
can I comment on this? I have something to say. As we talked about the Steelers not having a backup plan and like not having something to turn to, this is worse, I
I
think.
agree.
And I'll tell you why. If Big Ben gets murdered for the next 16 games or 14 games,
It's going to happen if it's on.
yeah, no one cares. The Steelers aren't going to win a lot of games, and it won't matter because Steelers are going to figure it out. They are going to draft or acquire and figure it out. They're a better ran organization. When it comes to the Bears, you drafted a quarterback. You moved up and drafted Justin Fields. Okay, you went and chose your guy. Okay, so now you are not only mortgaging Justin Fields, you're also mortgaging Matt Nagy because Matt Nagy wanted
Pace,
Justin
Pace,
Fields.
Well, Pace and Nagy got hired together.
Right. So now you're mortgaging all of
See
them.
the GM?
They're all
G-
being mortgaged right
GM,
now.
coach, and quarterback right now.
Right. So they're all being mortgaged right now.
To
Right.
be fair, hey, Nagy and Pace also drafted Kiss and Titties by moving up too.
Right. So this
That's
could be
already
two.
that's one strike.
This could be 2 strikeouts moving up to draft their quarterback of their guy. This is
I think
worse.
you gotta give it a try for Fields. To be honest, you can't just give up on him.
I don't think they will, but what I'm saying is that if
He
you
had a
can't,
net of 1 yard.
Evan, if you can't definitively listen, if you know your team's not going to be good, and you can't definitively be like, listen, we're going to hand the ball over to the young guy to see what he can do and hope like he figures things out and learns from it. If you don't have faith in doing that, and you moved up and you drafted him in the first round, that is called bad management.
Absolutely.
Bad management.
Bear down.
So,
him back.
like, listen, and that might not even be Justin Fields' fault. Like, he could be a good player after this, and, like, anything could happen. But
Sam
if you
Darnold.
can't... Right, Sam Darnold. But if you cannot sit here and be like, our young quarterback that we've had since April is not ready to play in October this week, right? That you've had 6 months to game plan, like, to give him a game plan to, like, at least, like, somewhat help him either evolve or move the ball in any way. That is bad management, and that
Build a
is
game
terms
plan to
of
his
fire
skill set.
midseason.
No, hey, as a Packers fan and someone that just does not like the Bears, kind of like you don't like the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, fuck the Cowboys.
Matt Nagy is one of my favorite coaches. Like Lovie Smith when he was with the Bears, defensive guru, absolute stud.
Yep.
Loved when Marvin Lewis was the head coach for the Bengals
Exactly.
for 11 years.
Matt Nagy is my Marvin Lewis right now, and I love it. Like it makes me so happy.
The
To
Bears
see
during
because
the
he's
Bears
awful.
during Lovie
He's
Smith,
awful.
the Bears during Lovie Smith era was just always a quarterback away.
No, that because they had Rex Grossman, Kyle Orton, and then they got Jay Cutler, and that was the final straw.
Hey,
for
Kyle
Lovie Smith.
Orton was the truth.
Devin Hester.
Devin Hester was the best player in the NFL for a year.
Yeah.
That's
he
not
was
a
unreal.
joke either.
No, he was unreal.
Anyone that breaks the punt return and kick return record, nah, it's absurd.
Just pure
But
electric.
no, the Bears are in a whole different shit show. Like when you're coming out saying, like, I mean, you have Nick Foles on the sideline in that game on camera saying this offense is a shit show. Like that's a problem.
Right. And think about this too, you know, like if you're talking about like, you know, situations, I would rather be Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville with a bad team learning how to play
A
football.
bad young team at that.
Right, a bad young team learning how to play football in the NFL. I would rather be Zach Wilson as a bad young team in the NFL trying to learn how to play football. I would not want to be Justin Fields in the Bears, who have an old team. They're old.
An old team.
The defense is
what's
old.
supposed to be a good defense.
They're old, man. They're getting old. They're
I mean,
losing
Khalil
it.
Mack's only like 28 or 29.
No, but like I'm talking like Hakeem
The corners.
Hicks.
Couldn't name
Hakeem
another
Nicks.
defensive player. Mm-mm.
Roquan Smith is also an absolute stud.
Yeah, Roquan Smith is a stud. Who's the safety that's still good?
Troy Polamalu.
I don't know the Bears safety off the top of my head.
Eddie
they
Jackson.
had
I got it.
Eddie Jackson.
Oh no!
I think he went to the Broncos.
Eddie Jackson's still in the league.
No, I think Eddie Jackson still plays for him.
Bears safety.
It's either that or the other safety. I know they had two straight.
No, he
great-
plays for the
Aha,
Bears.
Clinton
He's the
Dix.
Bears.
Yes,
He's the
Eddie's.
Bears.
Yeah, they're like,
Clinton Dix is the best name of all time.
but
It is.
but like they just don't have like any type of hope. Like Jacksonville has hope. They have a young quarterback who's going to learn.
Yes, because they're still going to be really bad this year. They're going to get a first-round draft pick
Yep.
in the top 10, and right now it could be number 1 again. They might
Yep.
get back-to-back number 1 overall picks.
Get an absolute stud on defense or stud on offense, and then you keep going. Like
Urban Meyer is going to quit after this year. They're going to get Dabo is going to come down, and this is,
Dabo's a fraud too, but that's
He
for
is a fraud.
conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Also,
Exposed.
Ha Clinton Dix is the Raiders safety right now, so
Clinton Dix was my favorite player on the Packers.
He was one of mine.
Big times because I just loved his name so much.
no, his name's great. But no, I think like one of the saddest things with the Bears, in my own personal opinion, like Khalil Mack got paid an absolute shit ton. And they were good for the year that he was there. I mean, if it wasn't for the double doink, the team goes further.
Mm-hmm.
But
Parky.
do you want to know who I don't feel bad for anymore? And I've gotten far past it. Is Allen Robinson. He is a top 7 receiver in my book, and you know what? He could have
signed
left
to it.
and signed anywhere else.
He could have been
last
anywhere.
Year.
Yep.
Yo,
He knew what was coming, and he
wait,
re-signed.
he
for an
didn't sign a
extension.
deal. He's going to be free agent at the end of this year.
No, he
No, he
signed an
signed.
extension.
He signed an extension this year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, last year when they were getting rid of Mitch, Allen Robinson could have gone anywhere.
Yeah. Anyway.
And he was a free agent last year. He signed a 3-year extension to stay in that shithole. So I don't care about Allen Robinson anymore. He can be one of the top 7 receivers, and I will give him his credit. He deserves every inch of sadness that he gets over the next 3 years.
Oh, hold on a second.
Dumbass.
He signed a 1-year contract.
Okay, then maybe yes.
They franchise tag him.
$17.8 million.
That was a
The franchise
franchise
tag.
tag.
As a franchise tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's what I was gonna say. I thought he was a free agent after the season, which is great for him. Like
Still could have gone anywhere else this
Yeah.
past season.
Yeah, but
I
hey,
want to.
it's kind of smart for him though. Be like,
I'm gonna do
hey,
it.
I'm gonna get paid $17 million just to see if this
To
year
show
could,
up.
No, just to see maybe Justin Fields, maybe he's going to be really good, and
I don't think any of us wouldn't have signed that contract.
I would have took $17 million. 100%.
Yeah, because listen, on the franchise tag, he had to play out the rest of the year anyways, no matter what.
He had 27 of their 60 yards.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had one catch for 27.
So,
Yep.
It's infuriating.
Yeah. Yes. You know what I do want to talk about?
Yeah, what's that?
Aaron Rodgers coming to Pittsburgh next year
No, we
with
don't
Allen
want
Robinson.
that. We don't
With
want that.
with Justin Herbert, beating Pat Mahomes, there's obviously been a lot of conversation about that. Like the Chiefs are going to figure it out, and they're probably going to win a division.
Chiefs
Let's
are
be
gonna be
honest.
fine.
Let's
Chiefs
yeah,
will be
not
fine.
worried about that. Can Herbert be as good as Pat Mahomes?
I don't know if he can be as good, but all I know, the biggest takeaway from this past game between those two was over the last decade and a half that we've seen the Chargers play football. They lose that game 10 times out of 10.
Yep.
It's a late game. It's a close game. Something always seems to go wrong their way. I'm not going to chalk it up to Herbert, but I'm going to say Herbert made a hell of a drive to go and win the game. I mean, he converted a 4th and 10.
Listen,
Herbert might be that dude that has
as
that
of
mentality.
right now, where we stand today, is we're going to have a Manning, Breeze, and Brady top 3 for the next 10 years.
And then Jordan Love will sneak in there.
He could. He could be the Big Ben.
And
He could be the Big Ben in the shadow. He could be the Phil Rivers in the shadow of
He'd
those
be-
guys.
my assumption would he would be closer to Phil Rivers because Herbert will be Big Ben.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
Yeah, but I'm talking about those
Who's
three.
your third,
those,
though?
Those 3. That's what I'm saying. Those 3 where it's like Manning, Breeze, and Brady each year. They're fighting
He's saying
over,
Allen. Cal's
and then-
saying Allen,
I
Mahomes,
was trying to
and
get him to say that because I wanted to hear your response to that.
No,
I mean,
I don't care. I
it's
mean,
We don't know if Watson's playing, so
yeah,
You wanna throw 4?
as of right now, you got to say Allen over Watson. But if Watson was playing, I'm taking Watson.
You're throwing.
That's
you're
fine,
throwing
but
the
he's
I'll say that every episode.
I'll make it 4 just to make it easier. The 4 are right now. He's got Mahomes, Herbert, Allen, and Kyler. Those are the 4.
True, Kyler's gonna be in that combo
Those are
for a
the
while
4.
too.
They're gonna
well,
be. They're
He's gonna
going
hit a
to
growth
be.
spurt too.
Did you hear what the Chargers coach said?
And then Dwayne's
So
number 5.
this is the reason why
Facts.
I put bigger
Dan
praise.
Darnold can sneak in there.
This is the reason why I'll put bigger praise into someone like Herbert compared to like a lot of other quarterbacks at obviously a very young age. Herbert, so like there was like in that final drive, I don't even know the head coach's name for the Chargers anymore. I don't know his name.
Shit.
I don't know.
I got it.
Nick. It's not
Saban.
It's not Sirianni.
It's Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Brendan Staley from the Rams. He was the Rams offensive coordinator. He called a set of plays in that final drive.
Someone named Nick Staley.
Um,
There is a guy named Nick Staley somewhere.
No
Nick Staley.
joke. He said, he goes, I called a set of plays. Not one of those plays were ran during the final drive. Because literally Herbert called off every play because he knew exactly what he wanted to run to get where he needed to get. And he called off his head coach, which is crazy for a young quarterback.
As a second-year player, absolutely insane.
Crazy. Called him off and said, I'm going to go win this. Like, everyone get out of my way. And the coach literally said, after I saw the first 2 plays were not the plays I called, I just sat back and let him do the job.
Just did one of
Yes. Yup. He sat back and let Herbert do the job. That is the type of play that Pat Mahomes, Rodgers is in that, level of,
Rodgers just did it
Yeah,
Sunday night
right.
against the 49ers.
Right. Rodgers is...
LaFleur called the first play, and then from there on out, it was Rodgers.
I don't see... Right now, currently, I don't see a guy like Josh Allen being like that. I only see Herbert, Mahomes,
I think Allen.
and Rodgers.
I do.
You think you could see him doing that?
Doing
Yeah,
backyard
100%.
football with Diggs?
In his second... I'm saying in his second year. We're talking his second year of football.
Last year, yes.
Okay, I'm talking about, he's only played, 17 games. 18 games as a starter.
Yeah, no,
Allen's-
it's super
Allen's
impressive.
That's what I'm
Allen's
saying.
100% doing
Like
it, but
Mahomes
yes,
did that.
Herbert's on a different level.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I forgot about
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
I always forget
Mahomes
about Russell
did that.
Wilson.
He
for
was
that
doing
five.
that
Russ
his
is
rookie year.
33.
No,
He's
I'm talking
33
about.
though.
I'm talking about with the Peyton, the Rodgers, Manning, those guys. He
Yeah,
was
Russ
in
is in
that,
there. older or younger, but yes.
We've seen so many good quarterbacks in the last 10 years. Oh my god.
Oh, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better every like generation's only going to get better. Like it's just the way it is.
But no, I think Herbert is insanely impressive because one, he has the athleticism and he's also 6'6" with an arm that can throw at 75 yards. And if his IQ is even remotely near that, then yeah, Herbert's going to be a problem. It's just I still have questions about the Chargers organization as a whole, personally.
Yeah. Well,
It's
like
still the
yeah,
Chargers,
I just think he's just crazy impressive, man. Like it's just like you're going toe to toe in Kansas City. You're going toe to toe in Kansas City against, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the league. And
No one's going to argue that.
yeah, and you literally just like I know Mahomes threw that interception, and Herbert obviously has nothing to do with that. But he then turned around and made the game-winning drive and did it on his own, no play calling. Coach, I got this. Sit on the sideline and got the dub. Like that's
You have a question.
that's
in the
chat,
chat,
for that quick.
You have
Yeah,
a
Cade,
question,
you got
in
a
the
question in
chat.
the chat.
Do you have anything against Alan Cade? Yeah, he's overrated for how high people want to put him.
That's where I land on
That's
that.
where I listen. That's just me.
We're
I
not
think
on the Allen thing right now.
yeah, I don't care to talk about it. I'm just telling you my
I
opinion.
know me and you were both watching it. And Hippie.
I have it pulled up right here.
I had 8 at one point.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
No, I just Justin Herbert, big fan
I
of.
did not see
I think
that.
he's gonna go as far as the Chargers team can actually take him. And like I said, I think the Chargers are my sleeper pick to go on a very deep run in the playoffs. I said that
You did.
in the whole
Pre-game,
prediction episode.
preseason.
Best quarterback in the league.
I'll
right
look
now.
up the receipts.
I'm very high on the Chargers. I have
The best
it written down
quarterback.
right
the
here.
best quarterback currently in the league is Matthew Stafford, though.
Yeah,
Matt
Matt Stafford is
Stafford.
on pace to be the MVP currently.
Cade might hit big on that bet. And the
He's
Super
so
Bowl
good.
No,
bet.
I think Pat Mahomes, no, he'll get it turned around. He had a couple bad throws. That late game interception was awful.
That was just a really bad decision. Like he tried to force that.
But I still think it's still Patrick Mahomes. I've seen too much over the last 3 years. He's a good quarterback that can win games, period.
Before we go into
He's
bets,
a great quarterback.
yeah, before he goes into bet, I want to know what was said about Jalen Hurts today.
Oh, Tippy's in the chat again.
Oh, I didn't see too much of it.
No,
Yes.
Hurts will be. I mean, I say Lamar is the great value of Jalen Hurts. Go ahead.
No, it was really just that he's
For
not
1
that
week.
dude. He's not a franchise guy. Can't handle pressure. Can't
Mhm.
do all of this. Was antsy in the pocket. And to be fair, that is one thing I did notice last night is he was leaving the pocket before his lineman knew what he was doing, and that's what caused a lot of the holding penalties. But the amount of flags tossed on the Eagles last night was record-breaking, so that's neither here
He
nor
had
there.
like 13 penalties.
Just on holding.
Yeah, they're bad.
averaging 12 a game.
But basically,
They're
it was
bad.
just he's not that guy. He can't carry a
Fine.
franchise, can't do this, can't do that. It was just normal shit. It was
That's fine.
normal overreaction shit.
That is perfectly fine because he's only played 7 games as a starter. No,
Exactly.
he's
I'm
played
not
6
worried about
games.
it.
He's played 6 games as a starter, and you know what? If you want to make that decision off 6 games, then go ahead. I don't really care.
Yeah,
I think I will say because he's only played 6 games, it's kind of a little bit wrong to compare him to Lamar. But
No, what I'm saying about Lamar is that, like, at this point where they both were in their careers, Lamar was not a throwing quarterback. He ran everything. He still does run everything. He completed only 50% of his passes this week, threw a touchdown and a pick, and beat the Lions on a 66-yard field goal, and everyone was, like, creaming themselves over him. So I'm saying that will Jalen Hurts ever win MVP? No. But will Jalen Hurts throw for over 50% of his passes and probably complete a touchdown and a pick and throw over 200 yards a game? Yes, he will do that because he's doing it right now. He has the 5th most total yards through first 5 starts in NFL history. So, like, I don't think Lamar Jackson was throwing the ball like Jalen Hurts can through 5 games.
No, I definitely wouldn't say that either. But
We got
Yeah.
an absolute riveting game on Thursday night.
And
I'm actually excited.
the other thing I'll say, Ev,
What is it?
about Jalen Hurts.
Jags.
No, Jags,
Sorry,
Bengals.
The
Oh,
other thing
no.
I'll say about Jalen Hurts, just before we go into betting, is he's only started 6 games. The Eagles are going to be bad, really bad at times, and that is perfectly fine. Like I said, I would rather be really bad for a year or two to see what we have in someone. If he's not it, we're going to be bad enough to draft another quarterback. I'd rather be in that position than be in a lot of positions in the NFL.
Understandable.
Yep.
I
So,
agree with you. I'd rather
yeah.
suck for a year or two and just move
like
on.
if he plays all 16 games and throws like 20
You gotta remember-
touchdowns and like 20 picks, which he's not gonna do that
No.
because he takes care of the football. He's got 5 picks and 6 starts, and he's got 4 against Dallas.
Okay,
Twice.
My one point is a lot of people gave Baker shit his first, second, third year, but he had a different OC every single year. of
Didn't
his
Baker
first
go
3
0
years.
16 his first year as a starter?
Baker didn't.
No,
That was
that was the
Manziel,
year
dog.
before.
That was Manziel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so that was so 1 year before, but he
Baker-
didn't win more
Baker's
than
never
2 or
gone-
3 games the next year.
Yeah, he did.
His rookie year.
Yeah, they didn't go 1-15 or some shit. They didn't go 2-14. But my point is,
I think they
Baker
won like
over
5
his
or 6 games.
this is
didn't they?
Baker's 4th year. His first 3 years, he had a different OC. This is the first year he's coming in knowing the playbook, what is going to be intact. Jalen is going through the same shit right now. His rookie year had an entirely different OC and head coach. This year, he has a brand new OC. Hopefully, the OC stays around and he can learn the system. But that's why you can't judge people for that shit.
Wait, what was 2018 Baker's rookie year? Because this would be his 4th season,
19,
right?
20, yes.
So he went 7-8-1, and then went 6-10. The year before they went 0-16,
That's, yeah.
and the year before was 1-15. I thought it was one of those 2 years.
No.
Okay, but right. So, like, I'm not gonna. I don't really care like how well Jalen Hurts plays. I obviously want to see him do well.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that it's just like Baker. You're learning a new system. You learned a new system your rookie year because you're coming into the NFL, and now you're learning a brand new system because you have a new head coach and offensive coordinator.
This
It
is
was the same
also
thing with Baker.
he's
Look at
also
what
a
Baker's
rookie.
doing now.
Like Jalen Hurts is a
that's what I'm
rookie.
saying.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's only started 6 games. Give me 16 starts, and then I'll reevaluate.
All right, I'll get back at you at week 12.
Yes.
All right, bets last week. Me and Evan went 0-2. You and Cal went 1-1.
Boy, I'm riding high on 1-1s, baby.
I am just. I mean, I did win $150 on a Packer parlay, so I mean, I had that going for me over the
Boy,
weekend.
I lost a shit ton of money this weekend. It was dreadful.
Listen, it's
I
hard.
needed that to get back.
I know
in.
NFL wasn't great.
Bad.
this
NFL
week
was
for us,
bad. Everything was bad.
but when you bet golf, it is so hard.
I mean, I thought
It
Ian
is
Poulter
so
over
hard
a point
to
and a
bet.
half.
Guys, I lost like 22 bets in a row that I
Yeah,
placed.
no, the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup kicked our ass.
The only one that I won was the day 1 USA boost.
The boost.
I
Yeah,
did
That was the only one I won.
I actually did pretty good in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, I didn't. All right. But yeah, no, that was. Right now,
Dude,
I'm sitting at 31 and 41.
Takes a real betting man to say your losses too. So
Me?
can't say you win
true.
every week. Just
True.
wouldn't,
Yeah,
wouldn't believe it.
No, I lost a lot. Like a lot.
Jesus Christ. But yeah,
Not
I'm
proud.
31 and 41. Cal's 36 and 36. Cade's 33 and 39, and Evan is 25 and. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm 31 and 43. Cal is 37 and 37. I was on last week.
Ooh,
Cade is
I'm-
yeah, you're still in great shape. Cade is 34 and 40, and Evan, you need to go 2-0 this week.
Am I 25 and 51?
You're 25 and 49.
49. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's good.
You gotta get it. You
All
gotta
right,
get it.
so I
Gotta
will
go 2-0.
first. Cal, I'm gonna help you out because literally fading me has been a lock on this show. I'm taking the Dolphins -2.5 at home against Colts.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Jacoby
idiot.
Brissett showed me a little bit of something.
Idiot.
They were up 14-0 on the Raiders.
You do not like the Colts.
I love the Colts. I like Carson. That's why I'm trying to fade the team that
You're
I like.
fading the win. I like that. You can't be
Dude.
afraid to fade yourself. You can't be afraid.
And then this one I think is just I'm not gonna say the L word, but Packers Steelers.
Drew?
No, Packers Steelers points over right now is at 45.5.
Drew? Is it a Drew?
Drew, yeah.
Hey.
Horsecock.
Hey, by the way, I don't know who when we guys were messaging earlier. Barstool still has the Ravens at +1.5.
They're plus one here. That's definitely one of my
they
bets.
weren't on FanDuel. That's
Yeah, they're +1.5
Definitely one
right
of my
now.
bets.
They're
FanDuel
plus
had
one
him
and a
at
half.
-1.
They're plus 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, FanDuel had him at Ravens -1. But yeah, Packers Steelers over 45.5 points. I just feel like is pretty guaranteed. I'm not gonna say the L word, but I feel pretty confident.
I love it. I love it.
Like I just feel confident in that. Like the
Say
Packers,
it, Ty. Say
I'm
it.
not. But
Do it.
The Lions
Please.
Packers game went
Yo.
over this number, and the 49ers Packers game went over this number, and yeah, I just think that this is a good number, 45.5.
I think because we have records and everything, and the lines can change, right? Obviously,
We take them at the day of the show.
Yep.
Right, that's not what I'm saying though. I
Okay.
think we should all bet on the same app. Because if the Ravens win by 1, me and you tie, Cal. Or we and you tie.
Well, we used to use FanDuel, but then these two switched.
What's up, Nick? What's going on, man?
And then if they
Keep
bet
it
it
cool,
with
Cal.
on Barstool, they win.
Go, Pat, go.
Yeah. No, we all did use FanDuel for a while, but then these commie boys over here
Yeah, the better lines.
had to
I
switch
have.
to-
I
had to
quite
switch
literally
to
have a
Barstool.
better line. Better line.
I'm just saying.
Does Barstool's in Colorado, right?
Now it wasn't when you guys started using it, so I still use FanDuel.
I'm just going to openly say that
I've used every one of the apps, and Barstool's my favorite one.
I would say Barstool's pretty lit. I like doing I like doing the boosts. I think the boosts are the FanDuel doesn't give nearly as many and as good of boosts as Barstool does.
Okay,
that's the reason why
Hey, what are your guys' picks? Because I have pissed really bad.
I got mine. I'm taking the Ravens +1.
Okay. And
Wow. Wow.
I really do like the Bengals.
I'm torn between the Seahawks game and the Raiders.
I don't
The
trust
Raiders
the
are
Seahawks.
The Raiders are 3-0 getting points in Los Angeles.
Yeah, the Chargers are, I think, the better team. Me personally.
It's not in Los Angeles.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's in LA. It's in
Thanks
SoFi.
for stopping by and saying what's up, man.
Yeah, no, I 100% think the Chargers are 3.5-point favorites at home against the Raiders.
No, it literally says Raiders at Chargers.
No,
That's what we're saying. It's
Raiders
in Los
at
Angeles.
Chargers.
I thought you said Las Vegas.
No.
Sorry, that's why I was saying you guys are on crack. It literally says at Chargers.
No, I said SoFi Stadium, which is the LA one.
I thought
Vegas.
Evan said that. They're getting +4 at home. That's why I said that.
No,
I'm
no.
like, no.
+3.5 away at Los Angeles.
Right now, Week 5. Hang on. Week 5 lock. And I am saying.
Don't say it. Listen. Wait till after I say my bet.
No. We're in Week 4. I'm saying Week 5. FanDuel already has Week 5 lines. The Seahawks are -1 against the Rams.
I would take the Rams.
The Rams are getting a point.
I will take the Rams on the money line for $1 million, please. Evan, are you gonna do your second bet? Because I'm gonna give mine if you're not.
It'd be great.
Yes. I'm taking the Seahawks +3.
I don't trust them as far as I could throw Russell Wilson right now. They got
I'm
blown
ready.
out by the Vikings. Go for it. Is it in
I
Seattle, by the way?
am. Listen.
No.
I told myself I wasn't gonna do bad teams,
Okay.
but I'm betting against 2 bad teams. So it's
Oh.
2. It's VVV. I'm taking Detroit Lions +3 against the Bears.
Damn it!
That's a great bet. A really good bet.
Lions +3. I don't hate it. I
Yep.
was looking at it.
Where's the
I
other
knew I
one?
should have went next.
And where's the other one I liked? Where is the other one I liked?
I like this Washington football one too.
I knew I should have went next.
I think the Falcons getting 1.5 is criminal, honestly.
I like the football team.
And I will
See,
be
I
taking.
like Falcons in Atlanta.
And I will be taking the Cleveland Browns -2.
Yeah.
See, we're at 2.5, Ty. That's bullshit.
That's.
I don't disagree.
I don't know why you guys aren't betting the website with better lines. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, both of them.
There is nothing stopping you guys.
It's just a shame.
No,
Thought you knew some people.
It changes everything.
I mean,
Does it, Cal? You can
if
bet
I
the
have
seat
better
double
lines,
up.
whose fault is
No.
that?
Last
Not
time
mine.
we did, we all lost.
True.
I really like my bets a lot. This is probably the first week I'm like, hey man, 2-0 is on the board. Last week 2-0 was not on the board.
Sniff the Bills at -16.5.
I almost took the Texans. I
Holy
swear to
fuck.
God.
Well, the Texans with Tyrod, I love.
I would take
with,
16.5 with Texans with Tyrod.
Yeah, a billion%. With Davis Mills, I don't know.
All right.
I'm not touching it, but
Who is Nick Savoy?
He worked at the Wanderers Club. Yeah.
I know it because he said keep it cool. Yeah.
Keep it cool, Cal.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I'm going with Carolina plus 5 points.
Bro, I really like that one, but CMC gives me a little bit of a scare.
Chuba Hubbard played all right.
Plus 4.5 at FanDuel, Ty. We really gotta make a decision here.
Scratch that. I'm not taking the Panthers. I like something else instead.
What the hell?
Max that up.
Yeah, I did.
I'm taking the Falcons money line.
Ooh.
I love it.
Screw the
Like I
points.
said.
We don't need it.
It's 1 point. It's better
Yeah,
odds.
take the money line.
It's better odds. And then I'm taking the Detroit Lions money line. F the points.
Christian McCaffrey won't be placed on IR, though. They said he's going to miss a few weeks. So that's good.
You might as well be put on IR because that's 3 weeks minimum now.
I'm going against my cardinal rule of betting on 2 bad teams. Both of them. Both games are bad teams. But Falcons won for me last week, and riding with them.
I like the
I'm going
Falcons.
Steelers money line this week.
Falcons at home. Falcons at home money line. I love.
It really sucks because this could have been a great episode with the Packers and Steelers playing each other. It's the game. It's supposed to be
depressing
game of the
now.
week.
I was going to say it's 425 game. Yeah.
And
I'm not
it's
even gonna
just
be able to watch it.
it's just not why.
Playing golf.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be abandoned. It's just not.
You're probably not going to miss much, Ev.
No, it just sucks.
I hope I
because
do.
This is
It's still game of the week.
I know, but it's still.
It's only game of the week
still,
because of the 2 names of the teams, not because of the...
But at the beginning of the
I hope
season,
TJ
like,
Watt
if you
Batista
think,
bombs there.
if we play,
Jesus Christ.
If the 11-0 Steelers come out like they did last year, it would be the game of the week. Like it'd be everyone would be talking.
Yeah,
about
but I mean,
I personally think the Cardinals and Rams is the game. It should be the game of the week.
That's a good game too. Plus
should
4
be,
Cardinals. Plus
if
4.
beating
4.5.
Beating the Bills in the first game.
I think
of
we're
the season,
4.5 too.
We should be 3-0 with the schedule that we had.
No, we talked about it. If you tell me that the Steelers are 1-2, who did they lose
4.5
to?
on ours.
Yeah, you're gonna say Buffalo.
You're absolutely saying Buffalo if you tell someone the
Buffalo
Steelers.
Packers, and we're gonna beat the
especially
Bengals
when you
and
got
the
the Raiders and the Bengals at home. We have Raiders and Bengals at home.
I thought we beat 2-2 through 4 games.
No, you tell me the Steelers are 1-2 through 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I'm saying they beat the Bengals.
But hey, if we beat the Packers, we're still at that pace. It's just we lost to the wrong teams.
We're not
True.
gonna beat the Packers.
You might.
We're not gonna beat the Packers.
We never thought we were gonna lose the Bengals.
You know what's?
Did we?
You guys want to know what's wild?
Blown out.
You want to know what's wild?
No,
over the
I
next
think we were gonna lose the Bengals.
over the next 4 weeks, let me make sure I'm not caparoni when I say this. 1 second. Over the next 4 weeks, because I was talking about like how the Eagles are gonna be bad at times. They literally play the Chiefs, Panthers, Buccaneers, Raiders, who are all at worst 1-2, and the Chiefs are by far the best 1-2 team in the league. So
Oh God, yeah.
we're gonna be 1, and we might beat the Panthers or the Raiders. We're not gonna beat the Bucks. So
And I just want to say something real quick to all of you people, especially the ones that are around our areas, literally just bashing, Pittsburgh Steelers and their fans. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been 3 weeks of hell for us, where it's been majority of you guys 20 years, and I'm talking to you, Browns fans. So suck a dick. Put that on the podcast. And that's facts.
What are you saying? Because the Browns are good for 3 weeks, or they beat us in the playoffs.
No, I'm saying that like people were literally just going on everywhere saying like, oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers look really good. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers cry. Okay.
Also,
sorry.
when do the Eagles play the Chiefs?
this
Next
week.
This week.
Okay, yeah. So this week.
Yes, they play the Chiefs.
Oh,
then,
so you're gonna get brutalized off of a comeback game.
yes, Ty. We play the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Raiders, and who was the other one? The Panthers are our next 4 games.
Panthers? You could beat the Panthers.
I think we could beat the Panthers and the Raiders, but we're not beating the Chiefs or the Bucks.
Raiders got a defense right now, man.
No, but I'm just saying we can beat them though. They're
Yeah.
more beatable than
I
the
think
Chiefs
you can
and the
beat
Bucks.
The Bucks have given up 300 yards to 3 different quarterbacks already.
All I'm saying is the Eagles are going to be bad, and I'm okay with that. I've signed up for it this year. Last year, I didn't sign up for it because they were supposed to be good. This year, I'm okay with it.
You know what's crazy? You could have been a Panthers fan.
I know I f***ed up, dude.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's the show. This was fun. I liked the live stream, guys. That was a lot of fun, actually.
Oh no, we're definitely gonna do it more.
Yep. I think the
Did you say
interaction...
your bets, Ty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Dolphins minus 2.5 against the Colts, and Packers Steelers over 45.5.
Man, taking Jacoby Brissett is a ballsy move.
See, I think it's ballsy thinking the Steelers are going to score more than 10 points.
Facts.
Packers put up 37-9.
That's still got to be 10 points.
3 field goals. Go Boz. It's the Packers defense, dude. Like, I have no faith in the Packers defense.
It's the Bengals defense.
We're gonna see Jordan Love.
Bengals defense isn't.
You might see Jordan Love because they're going to be up so much.
Nope.
All right.
Because TJ Watt's gonna.
That is the show / live
Evan, I don't
stream.
think you understand. If you say shit like that again, I will mail you anthrax.
Big old spear.
Hey,
And with the 3 count.
that is the show / live stream. That was fun. I love you
Thanks
guys.
for watching, everybody.
Love you guys.
You guys heard that threat, right?
That's a terroristic threat, too.
That is.
Goddamn right it is.